before we went, do you know what I was doing? You had a
I
fucking
mean,
comment on here saying that you couldn't figure out the tattoos on my dwarf guy. So I thought it would be funny to go and take a picture of my tattoos on like my shoulders, my backs, and my arm, which by yourself is a lot harder than you think. And then like I put my hands above my head, and I've tried to take a picture in the mirror with this fucking shitty phone, and then it hit me so fucking hard. I was like, "Yep, we gotta go." Like,
well, it's up to you. So I pasted the picture that I could make of your guy. You can use that one if you want to, or you can use the other one. It's up to you. But I just posted a link to the calendar, updated the date. It's now the morning of the 14th of that month. And you guys made it into the city. But as far as a recap from last time, I suppose we can do that quick. So we left off right after Thyla had punched an orc in the face and a couple people took some turns. At the same position that you had a couple of interactions at in the past. The first one was where you rescued the dragon Stallert and burned down all of the evidence that you had ever been there. This time you showed up and there were a bunch of orcs there. After a very brief interaction with one of them, Thyla punched him in the face and started a bit of a scuffle. Didn't last long.
wait, what?
What?
Thyla hit somebody in the face for
Yeah,
no
it's really surprising. I mean,
It
we were all
might seem,
surprised.
like familiar, like it's happened before, but just, this is a brand new incident.
All right.
So, didn't last long. Once the fight started going awry, the seemingly leader of the orcs tried to run away. And it seemed like he was going to get away after several failed attempts to catch up to him. However, the now juvenile Bert decided to pursue him in a soaring claw attack, pounced on his back, clawed the shit out of his neck, and killed him. Two of them were taken capture after they had been put to sleep, and upon waking them up after a brief interrogation, really all you could get out of them was that they're from a group called the Carvers. They came from Amdale. It's kind of unknown what they were doing there. You know they came from Amdale. They were sent by King Felucius to go check out these, this spot where he had originally sent his other guards. Farron convinced you to come back to Amdale with him. He said he had a place for you to stay. By this time, it was the middle of the night. By the time you showed up, upon arriving at Amdale, you saw a bunch more orcs, armed and in the same kind of armor that the ones that you had just finished slaughtering had on. And by the way, you treated that crime scene the same as the other one. You scorched everything and burned it and hid all traces of you ever having been there. And when you showed up to Amdale, you saw kind of like a war camp set up outside the wall with a bunch of tents, and some more orcs kind of mulling about. There were orcs at the gate. They seemed to recognize Farron, or at least he was able to convince them to let him through. The first gate, you kind of weaved through town and went through a second gate, and were kind of smuggled into a building before you really knew what was happening. Seemed like a safe enough place. You kind of set up a brief camp, fell asleep, and it is now the following day. In the morning, it depends. Does anyone have any questions about anything from last week?
Well,
questions, concerns, comments?
Since we slept, we've been well rested, right?
Yes. It would have been a long rest.
Alright, remember prior to me sleeping, I had those ball bearings that Gary gave me, and I used my last 2 slots to do the glyphs of warding on them.
So would most of our stuff be attuned after this long rest?
Yes. Everything should be attuned by now. Alright. Anything else? All right. First thing that you guys need to do is roll 1d20.
Everyone?
Everybody.
Like an initiative or just
Just
regular?
roll a 1d20.
Well, I gotta roll my 1d6 first, too.
Do you need me to like order them for you at all, Steve?
No, just roll a 1d20. Tell me who gets the highest roll.
Alright. How about that 20?
I'm thinking about that 20.
That 20 will do it.
Me- What about well, at least roll. Who is it? There we go. No, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody roll.
Maybe you got
Oh, I did it just.
Ties have things. All right, was that everybody?
That 4 is the roll for my bow, by the way. But yeah.
Well, I'm killing it.
Good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing?
You deleted his 20.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did? No, the 20 doesn't count. You got to roll again.
Oh.
No, he doesn't. We're always going to roll high. We're lower to the ground. We have better control of the dice.
Lower center of gravity on your d20.
It's easier
Makes
for
sense.
us to manipulate it to get that 20.
All right, well, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, so it's about maybe 4:30, 5 in the morning. Everybody's sleeping. All of a sudden, the mead man kind of gets woken up by something. You can't really tell what woke you up. Everybody was tired last night. You didn't really pay too close attention to where you were kind of setting up camp. You can tell.
His little scratch and whatnot. His little
scratch and whatnot.
His little scratch and whatnot. So, maybe see if I can get up and creep up somewhere by them, or is there anywhere I could like hide or get a little bit closer, try to see if I can hear what they're saying or see what they're doing, check them out.
So as you're kind of coming to, you can see that there is some kind of source of light outside. It's not really bright, but like torches on the wall type of light. Really not a lot, but you can see that where the light is coming through in these doorways, you can see the same kind of dirt that you're sitting at right now. And as you kind of look around, as far as you can see that direction, there's really not much that you can make out, but you can tell that the light kind of hits on almost like a short kind of wall-ish type of thing, almost like you would see it like a stadium or something like that. A wall with some seats right behind it, and then it kind of on either side, and then it kind of goes up into darkness.
So there's like an archway, and I'm seeing the light come through, and I can see like the shadow or the outline of two figures in the light.
Correct.
Okay. Is it directly in front of me, or on a wall to my side?
You're on one end of this, long kind of dirt area. That's on the other end, about 25 or 30 yards away.
All right. Well, if there's nowhere to sneak in the room, then I guess I'm gonna get up and put my hand on my sword and walk up and approach the figures in the door, try to figure out what the hell's going on.
So as you're kind of walking towards them, you make out one of them as Farron, the guy who brought you there, but you do not recognize the other person. So as you're getting closer, Farron kind of looks up over at you, kind of nods his head, but continues to talk to the other one. And you start to kind of, hear them talking in quiet tones. And as you get closer, you can kind of hear them talking about the orcs that you interacted with. And the last thing that you really kind of hear is the stranger that Farron is talking to mentioning that they're the Carvers, mentioning that they're now the city guard. And Farron turns to you and he says, good morning. You're up rather early.
Yeah, what's up, Fairman? Yeah, couldn't really sleep. I don't know why. Something just jostled me in the night. You know what I mean?
And you slept more than I did. I've been out trying to find out more information on what's happened to the city.
That was kind of my priority number one in the morning. So, you learn anything important? What'd you find?
Well, I found out several things. This is Eric. He runs the stables here in the rich district of town. He has
That's good,
informed me that the castle guard have been put on reserve. They are no longer guarding the gates. They are no longer fighting for the king. Instead, as we've met, the carvers have taken over such duties.
That seems strange to say the least. What does he mean by reserve? Are they they're just at home saying we'll need you if we get you? Or are they off somewhere? Do anyone know where the old guard is?
Apparently they're currently held up in the barracks, doing nothing, sitting on their hands as it were.
Interesting. Anybody know why this sudden change in policy?
And at this point, Eric kind of looks between the two of you. Look, I'll sit and talk to you. I'm not talking to anyone else. If you need anything, you know where to find me. And he kind of walks out and kind of starts walking away, back off into the darkness. And Farron turns to you, and he has no idea.
Seems like the friendly sort there. All right.
Well, he's served my family for a long time. I trust him with my life. He practically raised me on horseback. He does not tell lies. Not to me, anyway.
Well, that's good. At least you can trust him. So, we got a bunch of orcs up in here. Nobody really knows why. The castle guard's gone, and that's it. What about your family?
So far, that's all I've been able to go. I haven't talked to them yet. They do not know that I, am free, alive. I have not gone to them yet. I assume they're sleeping. I was talking to contacts throughout the city, whomever I could reach.
Yeah, it is pretty late, ain't it? That does make sense. Well,
I think it might be best to hold off. Such a decision as to replace the city guard would need the Triumvirate's approval. My father and the other two from the three families. I wonder if my father approves such a decision. But I don't trust it.
Right?
Well, with the shapeshifters, I just don't trust anyone. Eric has told me that I'm the only one of me he's seen, so I believe I'm safe, but as far as my family, I cannot know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, I know.
Be mean or rude or whatnot. I mean, shit. Shit happens when they're crazy. But in all your time in prison, did they ever get anything out of you that they could maybe use to get their way into here? Or I think they have to have contact with someone to do that. But you got any idea how they?
I believe it might be possible. They knew who I was, and the questions that they asked. Unfortunately, I don't remember them all. The drugs they used were quite powerful. But
yes,
I think it is safer to not rule out any potential for any kind of such subterfuge.
Well, when the gang wakes up, maybe we should get our Arcana folks on this, see if they can at least... maybe they can clandestinely try to detect some magic or whatnot around the place. Would there be other sources of magic in your house outside of the power coming from these things normally?
Well, not that I'm aware of. We are not a magical family. As you know, I'm but half-elf. But I suppose I can't rule anything out. I believe our number one priority might want to be furthering our means of detecting this shapeshifter drow threat. But I can't begin to tell you whom to talk to. I take that back, actually. I do have a couple ideas. But I don't know if they're still here. That brings me to my next point. I understand your companions are quite tired. would you like some more time to rest? Perhaps look around the city, or shall we continue?
Are we?
You're the companions.
Yeah, are we there right now?
You guys are sleeping.
We're sleeping.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. All right, just checking.
Another
If
question:
you-
like, if we
Yeah,
rouse
go.
them, would that interrupt the long
It
rest?
would not interrupt the long rest. You would still get your long rest.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's maybe give them, like 5-10 minutes, a little bit, see if anyone else wakes up. And if not, then maybe we should start letting people know what the situation is. I mean, worst case
What
scenario
time
could be,
is
hey,
it?
All right.
ah, shit, Rygar's up. What up, man?
What up,
So-
Pip? You know what?
Well, he comes with you. Everybody's waking up. Ta-da!
You know
Is
what?
it morning?
It's still dark. It's still about 5 a.m. Still dark out.
As a sign of good faith, Pippi, you did bring us into your home and everything. I will release the ward that I have cast on you. Thank you for your hospitality.
I appreciate it, but this is not my home. This is... this is a glorified stable, the horse showing area. We auction animals here.
You heard him. Keep the ward on.
Just take the compliment. Alright, we released it.
Now, while you get acclimated, while you get woken up, there is one I would like to seek out. If anyone would like to accompany me, I request that you bring someone who can remain under the radar and not draw any suspicion onto us.
Well, I guess that leaves me out. Just stay in the barn.
Gary's up with you?
I put a hood over my head to mask my
Here,
flaming hair.
I can cast invisibility on you.
Do it. I can also use alter form and make myself a sexy lady.
Oh,
So
Cast invisibility on me. I'm gonna go tickle him.
dealer's choice.
Who you tickling?
Pippi Long.
Pelon?
Yeah.
How long does invisibility last?
War.
It just takes concentration.
Oh, an hour. That's cool.
Alright, so you have invisibility on you. You tickle Pippi Longstocking. He laughs. He laughs.
Like a schoolgirl. What was that?
He's Pippi Longstockings. Oh, I see how we're going to do this. Might I recommend that we return before the spell wears off? Or at least you do.
Oh.
Alright, so who's coming with him?
Gary.
Okay. So, Guri and Jet, are you going?
yes.
I'll roll as well.
Okay.
So we're in this building.
You're in this building. Right. So, to give you kind of a
Oh, this town's huge.
visual. You would have been sleeping kind of on this end, and this would have been the doorway down on this end. Right? Make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
Alright. So, still dark outside. Farron walks up, lights a torch. Very well. Come with me if you are going to accompany me. The rest of you, do what you must. So, they leave. People remaining behind.
I mean, can we walk around the town, Farron? Is it alright? Like, are we okay to be seen? Does your name still carry weight?
Yeah.
As far as I know, I wouldn't recommend mentioning me. Like I told your friend over here, I prefer that my parents and some of my other friends here in this district not know yet that I am alive.
We ain't really sure what's going down with the whole orc situation. Apparently they're here random as fuck like. No one knows what's going on, and we're thinking maybe some shifty ass motherfuckers might be involved, you know? So
Oh, yeah, that makes
It
sense.
might be connected to the shapeshifters, more than likely. They might not even be orcs.
Well, is there a way to disguise you, Farron, in case you run into anyone that might know you?
Yes, that is exactly what I have to do. And then I'm going to go to the gate guards that we passed last night and ensure that they did not pass the word on to anyone relevant.
All right.
Also, Farron, is there any such thing as like a Genasi embassy in Amdale?
I'm unaware of anything outside of the palace. I do know that there are Genasi envoys that do spend time in the castle, but beyond that, I know of no safe haven or any such thing.
I'd rather not call on them, but if we're
I
pushed
think
up
that is
against a
advisable.
wall, yeah.
This business with the carvers has very much made me suspicious of what's happening in this city. Alright.
Alright.
So they leave. People remaining behind. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, we could sell stuff still, but we all would want to get a story about why we're here. Can't just say, hi, we're crazy.
I prefer to wait for everybody when we continue to get story or history knowledge on our adventure. We're trying to figure out the elements.
Okay.
So in the meantime,
Steve, that book I got from, I don't even know, the first ruin when we were downstairs and that's where we found Gary. That book, that journal, would that have had anything else important in it?
What do you mean? Like, did you miss anything in that?
Yeah, like did we miss like names of people or like events that happened? Like,
No.
Okay. I just was curious. Maybe we can get more info on this place.
Well, I mean, it's Amdale. You know some things about it. I mean, some of you have been here before. It's a big city. It's the human capital. You know, like, kind of a general idea of what kind of vendors there are. You know, kind of general idea that, you know, it's very kind of socially striated. There's an upper class, a middle class, and a lower class. It's a trade-oriented town. There's a big marketplace. There are ports along the river. I mean, you can see all this on the map. There's a big monastery, places of worship, things like that. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good description.
Okay.
Blacksmith, you would know where the blacksmith was.
You cut out there.
If you wanted to go to the blacksmith, you would know where the blacksmith was. For example.
I'm going with Farron for now, but I definitely want to check out either enchanting stuff or buying spells or armor. Yeah. But later.
Alright, so the people who went with Farron, he walks out the big double barn door, and he kind of crosses some grounds, and as you're following along with him, you see he approaches kind of this fenced-in area. Still really dark, you're just kind of going off of his torchlight. Crosses the rest of a pretty long kind of yard with some dirt and grass intermingled, and eventually you start to see some stables come into vision. As you get to the stables, you see he walks up. There's a man standing there. Meadman recognizes him as Eric from before, and Farron greets him again and goes up to him and kind of says, "All right, I'm ready to go out into the town. I need the items I told you about." And Eric kind of goes back, behind the scenes type of thing, and comes back out with some clothes that are a little bit less, fancy than what Farron's currently wearing. And as he's changing, Eric is kind of just looking you guys up and down, trying to place you, trying to figure out, what Farron has been involved in. But he knows enough not to ask questions unless he's addressed. And it doesn't take long. Farron switches out his clothes, gets into something a little bit less recognizable, comes back up and he says, "Very well, I believe this shall do, as long as we can get past the carvers who originally let us in here. Shall we try?"
I'm down. I could, if I get a good enough look at one of these guys, I can alter myself to look like one of them, one of these orc grunt fuckers. Try to sneak past him.
That's not a terrible idea. Would it look identical to one? Would it be a clone, or could you make variations?
I could probably make like an amalgamation of one of them, so it's not an exact replica. But it's it only lasts for so long, but they're not very smart. I mean,
Indeed. Well, perhaps we should try that. What do the rest of you think? I really don't know quite how to put my finger on these carvers.
Well, I mean, I can't really manipulate myself and whatnot. I was just gonna sort of throw my head down, not say shit. Well, usually don't notice me too much. Aren't we just getting out?
Yes. But undoubtedly we will run into some of them. Perhaps we should just try to walk out.
yeah. You know what? Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen, right? Besides starting a war in Amdale.
Well, with you on our side, I trust our odds. So he kind of leads you out of the fenced-in area toward the gate that you came in, toward the gate where the yellow arrow is right now. And you come into the gate. The gate's closed. There's a couple of carvers standing there. And Farron approaches them. "Hello, I have an errand for my master. I work in the stables. I was ordered to be out before dawn. I must take these companions of mine and go pick up a shipment from the stables in town. May we pass?" And the carvers kind of look him up and down, look at each other, kind of shrug, whatever, open the doors. So, as you're walking through, carvers are kind of looking you up and down, but they let you go. They're more interested in kind of, zoning out and not really paying attention to what's going on.
Alright.
So, you get through, and as you're kind of walking, the streets are deserted. There's nobody really outside yet. Everything's still kind of dark. You still have your torch, but you don't really see or hear anything kind of right around directly where you're at right now in this current neighborhood. And Farron turns to you and he says, "That went quite well. Their apathy may work to our advantage." So, you continue on, and as he's kind of leading you through town, he kind of takes a little bit of a winding route as he's traveling through kind of some alleys and houses, kind of skipping some roads. Takes you through, and you wind up here. Alright. So, people who stay behind. You guys want to do anything?
Who all stayed behind again? Me and who?
I'm still
Right.
there.
Rygar and Will?
Yeah, and I have your chest piece you wanted to have resized.
I do want to do that.
That's your plate armor.
Very, very hard. I can, here, hold on. Let me, control F and see, what we were supposed to do.
Gotta stretch that plate.
You should be able to find that whatever it's called. Why can't I think of the name of that goddamn site? D&D Beyond.
Would it be too... the dragon symbol book, would it be too risky to ask around? Maybe find a mage?
The Dragon Symbol book was the tattoo book.
Yes.
You already know what that is.
Oh, just kidding. Why am I stupid right now?
Right now.
Hey!
I mean, you do ask that every week.
Ew.
It's just consistent every Wednesday, you know?
If you want to, I can give you a good reason.
Just because you were sick, I'm gonna
Oh,
allow
I
you.
was going to say something nice. I retract.
I doubt that you're gonna say something nice.
I totally was going to say something nice. I was going to say because of school, your brain's on other things.
Aw.
You're not keeping track of these things. But no, you don't get that one.
Nope, I got it already. Thank you. That was nice.
No, you don't get to say that.
Oh, that was so nice. Well, okay, cool. Yeah, plate armor for sure. That would be really cool. Then I'm
Oh
not-
no, it fell in
clanky
the river
thing.
on the map.
Yeah.
It's so heavy, I can't hold it.
Because we don't really have anything to sell.
Well, there is the oldest profession.
You'd probably fetch a pretty penny, Mr. Well.
Yeah, little hairy dwarf. I'm sure there is a huge market for little hairy men.
Well, rumor has it that you're not that hairy anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well, if you guys are cool, accompany me to mash this armor.
Yeah, we should go
Yeah.
at least see if they can handle. I don't know if they can. If they stretch the metal from like dwarf size to fit your gigantic body, won't it like make the integrity terrible?
Maybe not, but I don't know. I think
Right.
maybe since we have enough utensils, what is it called? Enough metal, it wouldn't have to I wouldn't have to pay for a full set
Raw
of
material.
armor.
Yeah.
Yes, raw material. We have enough raw material that I wouldn't have to pay for a full set of armor. Maybe it'll cut the price down.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm thinking.
It'll also do Bert some good to stretch his legs.
Oh, little Bert. Yes.
A dragon, a dwarf, a monk, and a griffin. Oh, and a bird person.
Walk into a bar. Go on.
Through the human city.
All right, where you guys want to go?
The blacksmith.
Okay, so the blacksmith.
Ooh, and then
Right
we
here.
can go to a pub. See if we can hear anything about the orcs and stuff. Maybe gain some more knowledge.
So it's maybe about 5:30ish right now. Things are starting to happen in the town, but there's really not. People are starting to get up. There's still no real daylight though. So
Well, can we, I don't know, just look around, see if the orcs are, they're the guards of the town. Are people scared of them? Are they walking away from them, talking to them jollily, flipping them the bird? What's going on?
walk out into the town.
Don't you guys?
They gotta be leery, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they want it.
Which, hey, that could get us a discount on stretching your armor. Anything to help people that are going to try to take care of the problem.
Okay. Be careful, though. We'll have to be... we don't want to make too much noise.
All right. So, do you want to? Where do you want to go? So you can see the map. Do you want to go out the gate that they went out, the gate where the yellow arrow is, the gate you came in, or do you want to go out the other side?
I'm assuming these orcs are guarding people from coming inside the gate, not necessarily...
They're on both sides
They're on both
because the doors
sides.
are closed.
Are there, animals in this barn that we're at?
It's completely empty. As far as you can tell from what you can see.
I mean, when we were getting in, was there any way to sneak over the wall, or...
grapple hook.
Not that you could tell on your way in, and it's really kind of too dark for you to kind of scope it out right now.
Do you guys want to test our luck with the gods?
Sure, let's play them through.
I mean, the worst they could say is no, and, you know, we're just hanging out. Doing the same thing we're doing now.
Sure.
Yeah, if they don't agree, you just punch them in the face.
Yeah.
They're probably used to it by now.
Don't.
I only do that, I feel like, when I know that I can wallop the whole lot.
At this point, it's like a key card.
Well, I'll be sure to get a tattoo of it then, alright?
We want by? No. Yes.
Well, what's the story? Anyone? I'm not really good at this town stuff.
We just saw we want to walk around, get some sundries here and there.
Just act like we're going where we're supposed to be going.
I like it.
And
Alright,
if they
let's try.
stop us, just be like, yeah, we're going to do this.
I like
We're going
it.
to the pub.
Alright, let's go.
So, you walk up to the gate. Orcs are kind of zoning out, kind of chit-chatting with each other. They see you approach, kind of watching you as you're coming up.
Hey there. Me and my friends
Good
are
morrow.
just gonna step out and get something to drink, get some food, some meat and mead.
It's a bit early for that. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you're a pussy.
So, right when he says that, the other one kind of elbows him. Look, we're supposed to let him out. We're not supposed to question these folk. Very well. Open it up. So they open the door and let you guys out.
Thanks, bud.
Wait
and
a
then-
minute.
Oh, yeah.
You, tall one.
Go on,
Well,
Well. He's
tell
talking
what,
to you.
see. Not him. He's little. You.
Oh,
You
me.
look a bit like a dragon, yeah?
Do I? How intriguing.
Where'd you come from?
Well, sir.
Dragantopia?
Thank you. Dragantopia.
Did you actually say that? Because that's a
No.
performance check or a persuasion check.
No, did not, did not say that.
Let me get to my background real quick. Sorry. Why is my background all gone? What's happening?
You deleted it.
I?
Deleted it.
Did I delete it?
Doolittle did.
Why would I delete it?
Dr. Doolittle did.
Oh, here it is. Well, I'm kind of a refugee, and I ended up in the city of Balagos when I was very little.
I don't care about your history. Where were you before here?
It's not a dragon, it's a salamander. That's why we're trying to go get some mead.
Make a persuasion check.
With advantage?
No.
It's coming, sorry.
That's what
My eyes are like everything's blurry. I have to get really close to these giant TVs. There we are. Oh god, -1. You better roll big, bitch. Come on.
So, Summerlanders, that's what she is. I already knew that. What are you holding them up for? We have our orders. Let them go.
Awesome.
Mrs. Salamander, do you?
Don't push it. Salamander.
Will nudges her. Like, stop it.
Alright. Are we outside the doors then? Okay, so I want to turn and like kind of wave at the guys on the other side too, just so they kind of know what we look like and they won't bother us,
Okay.
if that makes sense. You know, like maybe we just loiter a little bit in the front because we were just let out. But
Yes. Make a performance check.
oh god. Oh, not bad. +3. Hey.
What- In this general vicinity would there be like a horse trough that we could splash water on her?
Make a perception check.
Do what you got to do.
You see a horse trough. Right outside the gate, it looks like there's kind of a little staging area where, they might pause with horses to get them watered. And you see it, and there's water in it, and yeah, there's a trough right there.
Well, I kind of whisper, why do you want to splash me?
Like, get it in their head. They won't question us if they know that you need to stay wet. 'Cause
Okay,
you're a
so
salamander.
this performance check that you just rolled was you waiting and deliberately trying to get them to notice you.
Right? Without
Where does the trough fall into that?
We were hoping the trough was close enough that while they were looking, they would see us splash water on her. Because the whole point or the whole premise was that she's a salamander. We're going to get
All
her
of that
meat
works.
wet.
All of that
Alright.
works.
Okay.
And they walk up to you and they say, "Hey, dragon, you look familiar. Have I seen you before?"
You know, this dragon thing it's starting to become a little offensive.
Salamander.
Persuasion check. No, that would be what's the one where you're lying?
Persuasion?
Deception?
Deception.
Deception, yeah.
Session.
Okay. No, it was on 19! That's bullshit. Okay, I'm rolling again. Nope, luck. Don't even fucking fret. No, I'm not gonna do it. Fuck it. 6, I fail.
Okay. So you say that. Well, you don't seem very offended.
It's called sarcasm, I'm sorry.
Why would that offend you? You are a dragon, are you not?
It's just a running joke with my friends.
Very well. Where have you come from?
Well, I was an orphan girl, and I... Oh, not an orphan, I'm sorry. What did I say earlier? Refugee. I ended up in Balagos when I was very young with my family.
I don't care about Balagos. You were in this town. Where were you before you got here?
Before I got here, we were on the road.
Which road? South and north? West or east? Speak up.
What was the spark mine?
You're from Spark Mining.
I'm not from there. I just told you I was from Balagos.
You're coming from Spark Mine.
Oh, yes, quite.
Did you notice anything strange along the road up here?
Strange.
Like a mugger?
Yep.
Well, among other things.
Interesting. What other things have been on the roads?
Can I say
We've
one
just
thing?
been worried about muggers.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Meta.
Do
You are fucking your voice is identical to the fucking video that me and Chris are thinking about right now. I did like your voice. I am not kidding.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, it is. There's this series of videos that Chris
Oi,
got.
Bernard! Don't we should mug 'em.
Yeah,
It's like the same as that.
but Steve, you
It's
sound
a pretty generic kind of Cockney deep voice.
It is, yeah, just like yeah, that's really all it is, yeah.
his is pretty fucking close to that dude.
All I'm doing is doing it with an underbite.
Exactly, that's how he does it, yeah.
It's fucking
We
brilliant.
Say we should mug him.
Say it.
No, I don't like doing it like you.
Come on, just went to the voice just one time.
Dance,
just for
Buggy.
me, and then I won't matter the rest of the time.
What are we?
We should mug him.
We should
Yeah.
mug 'em.
Perfect, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Incidentally, these guys are not muggers, right? Okay.
We have been derailed. I'm sorry.
They are not muggers.
It was worth.
Alright, let's
They are-
continue. I'm
they
not
are
even here right now, by the way. I'm with Farron, so.
Okay. So where were we? They got out of you that you had come from Sparkmine, seen anything out of the ordinary. Will said like muggers, and he said, yeah, anything else?
And I said, what else would we be worried about except muggers on the road?
Well, and he kind of looks to his companion, and the other ones are kind of peeking around the corner of the gate by this point. And he kind of looks around, and you kind of see this little sparkle in his eye that maybe he is actually a little bit more clever than the others. Maybe something with big, gold, shiny scales.
Interesting. So that's why you guys are so interested in me. It makes sense.
What have you to say? You seen one?
Well, if something like that was around, it would have torn up the countryside. We would have noticed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, you know, they say dragons are quite hard to take down. You ever seen a dragon?
Only ever dare in the mirror. I'm sorry. I'm just a distant relative. I can't help where I came from.
A distant relative how?
Sir. Is there
Why
a
don't you
library
stay
in
here
town?
with us? Your friends.
No, sir. Is there a
Your
library in
friends
town?
might. A library?
Yeah. I have so much culture I could maybe show you.
I'm not interested in being educated. I'm interested in finding out what you've been doing over the last week along the road down to Spark Mine. You see,
I am so confused.
our good king, our captain of the guard as well, has told us of someone who was spotted down there
Motherfucker.
near a massive dragon. Tries to hide in a bush. Couldn't quite make it. They said someone smaller, looks just a lot like you. They made a drawing of it. So tell me, what you know of it?
Honey, I know not what you talk about. Was it broad daylight, nighttime? Was it, is it a trick of the eye? I can't tell you what he did or did not see, but I promise you it was not me. Do you think I would be hiding in a bush?
It's like Dr. Seuss. Sorry.
Big dragon to be hiding in a bush, sir.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Convincing enough. You got to roll deception on that.
Oh, not persuasion?
Could you just let us through?
Can she persuade you to let her roll deception on that?
19!
Sorry.
Alright. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But you're very close to the description. I believe I should probably call this in unless you have something to say to alleviate my fears. Look, you're coming from a good area. I know these people. But you're very suspicious.
I understand outsiders can be very scary, and anyone bigger than you can seem a little intimidating. I feel like that's just been constant. I feel like I should maybe be of interrogating you, but oh, that's good.
Maybe I could have.
Nah, it was probably me. That's good because I was kind of being aggressive.
The last thing I heard was you saying that it should be you interrogating him.
Nope, that's not what I said.
That's not what she said. You must have cut out.
Yeah, not at all. I was cutting out.
Yeah, totally didn't hear that.
I don't know what to say. Give me a second. What the fuck?
I know right around now I'd probably lean over and whisper yeah, maybe not make fist
Yeah.
right this minute. I'm assuming your go-to is
Okay, I got something. Okay, if you have any problems, maybe you should call down to what's Chris's dad's name?
King Firefuck.
That works for now.
Sorry.
Sorry, thank you.
Emberheart.
Emberheart.
Yeah, King Emberheart, yeah.
So maybe you should call down to King Emberheart, because we are traveling these roads on his order. So for
Yeah, put the blame on him.
so for you to accuse us like this, it's very upsetting to me when I am here on a king's orders.
That one I'll give you a persuasion check on.
Well, it's +6, and watch it be my worst fucking roll this whole time. Yep. That's not too bad. I could roll again. Sure, roll again.
You're an old boy from the Genasi.
Yes. King Emberheart.
We weren't told to expect you.
Well, that's what they call a secret.
Well, come along then. I'll escort you to the palace.
Uh-oh.
No. That's why we're out so early.
Good thing I'm not there.
No, we would definitely love to get to the palace, but that's why we are up so early. We had a few errands to run. That's why we're out and about. But you guys,
Yeah, we're just
just
trying to
been
go out and
questioning
get some
us.
provisions before
Understood.
we go to the palace. So you can
Allow me to send a contingent with you. Wait here. I'll call along some guards that can travel along with you.
So, does it look like we need guards? Look at me. Does it look like we need guards?
That would
We
not be necessary.
There's only 4 of us, and we've been called here. I think we can take care of ourselves. Please let us go about our day.
Persuasion.
Fucking asshole.
You're 9 feet tall.
Leave us alone! Yeah, bitch. 21.
Progress.
As you kind of say that, he kind of, for the first time since you've been talking to him, he kind of shrinks down a little bit. Almost looks like he's a little bit nervous. Very well. Go along.
And keep that underbite shut, alright? It is a secret.
That's got to be an
I
intimidation
mean,
check.
for real. Like, why are you
Why?
pushing? We were out.
This is like the
we
third
were out.
time we're going
But
back.
what
Wait.
fuck you?
Leave it alone.
Okay, but it could be intimidation, but then I wink at him. You know, I'm like, hey, baby.
I mean, you can't just fail a roll and then change what
But like,
happened.
it wasn't necessarily intimidation. You just said it, so I rolled it. But it's like I wouldn't have done that.
Remember, you're a
Orcs, they don't
dragon.
get
You can't
nuanced.
have
You
one.
said it. I mean, you said it in character. That's an intimidation roll. Use your luck if you want to change that 9.
Oh, you motherfucker.
You done?
Yes, you are my husband, and I love you.
You said that to the orc?
Or you can do what you're doing in game. I fucking hate you. I hope you're dead.
Yeah,
Wink.
eat a dick, bitch.
Wink.
22, fucker, whatever.
All right, mark your luck.
I already did.
Very well. Yes, you're fine to proceed. I'll forget about me seeing you. I'll forget about the Genasi. The rest of you, shut your ass about it. Yeah. They all grunt agreement. And you're free to go on your merry way. Well played.
Was it?
All right, I gotta go pee after that one. I'll be right back.
I'm sorry, guys.
Next, we'll be at you guys up at the shop. So, I'll be right back.
I just
maybe
wanted to make
during-
sure they wouldn't say anything to anyone. That's why I said it.
You just told him what you did last night. And
Oh, I'm
not
gonna
said
make
you were
this
going
fun.
to Spark Body.
I was like, God damn it, Thyla. We made it out twice already. Put us back in.
I just toyed with fate. It's
Like,
fine.
just saying, like, persuasion's high on my character, so. Like, I was just trying to say, like,
Meta.
go through and then
Meta.
you yell at him. Oh, meta, sorry.
Oh.
That is the perfect example of, you ever been at a party with a friend that's too drunk?
Oh,
Like that's what that is. Like,
give me
oh my
another.
God, no, please.
Like, Kelsey, you're
I can't help
driving.
it.
I'm good.
No, I'm fine.
I'm
22, what up? Woo.
Turn
Roll for
around, she's doing a
drunkenness.
fucking keg stand.
Do we need to get on the freeway? No, we don't need to get on the freeway. I'm getting on the freeway.
You guys hungry?
Is that comedian you talk about like a girl to the party or something like that? It's like you could tell them there's a fucking alligator standing right next to your leg. It's gonna bite you. They'll be like, I'm sorry. Is that your fucking alligator? How? Is
How is that part of any point?
I mean, I just mean, is it your alligator? Okay then.
I just need to know who's I gotta press charges against.
Alright, that was enough talking for me. I'm never gonna talk ever again.
No, it was awesome, but
God.
it's
You
like
can talk what you
fucking
want.
A.
I am gonna cross my
Still
fingers.
ice to the Eskimos. Like, what the fuck?
I can't help it. I get too riled up. Steve knows how to push my buttons. That's the problem.
Which he did
Ugh, he
quite a
knows.
bit just now. Well,
I know.
I was like, why is he still doing this?
Exactly.
Like, what's going on here?
He knows. That's why do you think I uppercut his NPCs? Because he knows. He knows how to get me going.
Well, all he had to do was give you another opportunity, and you bit.
Yeah.
You're like, yep. Let me say one more thing.
Can't help herself.
Let me say one
She
more.
has to have
It's
the
like
last
they have
word.
to have the last word.
I
Oh,
know
God.
I do. It's bad. Not all the time, but yeah. I wanted to make sure they wouldn't tell anyone. That was the biggest thing. But yeah, I don't know.
Everybody else listening, this is how it's perceived for probably all. Like, you've won. Like, you've won. We win. And then you have to, like, to keep going is jeopardizing the win.
I
Like,
know.
how would you do that?
I'm sorry. I'll stop. Okay.
No, it's all right.
Someone build my armor for me, please. I'm sorry. I'm like sobbing.
Arms already built.
You won 3 times in a row just now, so you know.
Your guys' lucky rolls are holding. So
You could. I'm fine with you running to your mouth if you're rolling. You know,
she rolled a 22 on that last one. She
I
had
know,
a
that
21
was
and a
lucky.
22 in there.
I was lucky. All right.
All right. So we are now back up at the shop up here.
Oh.
You guys have gotten through the gate, so you guys are on your way to the blacksmith. The others have made it to their destination with Farron. And as you kind of approach this, you can see in the neighborhood that you've just walked through, you pass through kind of a market area, you pass on the edge, full of all sorts of like tents and crates and things like that. It's closed down, there's nobody there, but you can see, I mean, this is clearly the central kind of market area of the town. And you've now walked past that into a kind of small cluster of buildings that are very kind of, I mean, I don't know how to describe it in this context, but like Asian style, you know, kind of with tiled roofs, brighter colors, kind of white plaster stucco type walls. The decor is, you know, a lot smoother and you know, not like you would think. It's different than the rest of the town. And as you weave kind of back through past a couple of buildings, you get to this 2-story building in the back. And on the top, you see, you know, a sign that says divination. And you walk in the door behind Farron. He walks in, and there's a massive, kind of taller than Thyla, snake, half man sitting there, staring straight at you as you walk in. And you can see his scales are kind of like a tealish color, and kind of a lighter, kind of off-white cream color belly. Huge arms, strong, you know, head of a cobra. You can roll. You would know that. You would probably already know that. Yes, it's a Naga.
Oh, I've seen one of these guys before. It's a Naga there, guys.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Is he with you?
Uh,
Or did
I
you
don't
stay
think-
behind?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ragnar's back
No,
in
I'm
place.
with them.
Yeah, you're not there.
I was arguing with her during the officers trying to get
Okay.
us through.
Jet would know that it's a Naga.
Oh.
Right.
So we'll switch that roll.
Not gonna
Um,
work here anymore.
Not gonna work. Oh, actually,
Naga?
stop it right now.
probably all you guys would know that it's a Naga. Actually, so
Are we
all
by
3 of
the-
you guys know.
Not
Are we by
gonna
the
lie.
blacksmith shop or
Everyone
the-
knows.
Not gonna lie.
You guys are right here.
I made that joke like 30 minutes ago.
Too bad.
I heard you. I heard it. I was actually trying to back it up.
I got the bigger laugh. That's all that matters.
I heard it all 3 times. Wait, but we're talking about me, Jet, and who else?
Gary
is
and Farron.
there? Gary and Barry. Okay.
You, Jet, Gary, and Farron.
Right.
And you're up by the bridge where the light blue arrow is right now. You walk in, you see this Naga there. Farron greets him. And stop spamming the chat. He walks in and he says, Tronus, my friend, I see you've been expecting us. And the snake, again, still staring at you the whole way, he says, yes, I am always expecting who comes at my door. My friends here have some questions. Perhaps we could discuss things with you, or if your wife is available, perhaps her. That is why I'm here to greet you. So, come inside. My wife is waiting for you. And he directs you kind of to the back room. Farron immediately walks back there.
Farron knows where he's going.
Get it.
Is this like a private thing between him and your wife, or should I follow him, or
Oh
should
my
I...
god,
You have a cuckold fantasy, sir. I'm sorry, I'm invisible.
we're such dicks.
Monday?
Did you say that out loud, Ryan?
I'm invisible. What?
Are you
Who
saying
said
I'm
that?
invisible as invisible right now?
Just watching. Just watching.
I'm invisible.
Sorry
What?
about that, sir. I
And rock back and forth on my feet, with my hands in my pockets.
We're aligned with a lesser-known god, Dominix, the god of debauchery. He pops in every now and then.
I don't know what was actually said. But the snake and Farron beckon you on to go with him back into the back room.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna call it fair.
Alright, well, you didn't give us a safe word or anything. Let's go back there.
Safe word is a
Walk
Google.
Over time, I was really gonna be something.
Safe word is not gonna happen. Come on.
It's not gonna happen? Is the safe
Yeah.
word?
Not gonna happen.
Okay.
Not gonna
Not
happen.
gonna happen.
God damn it.
I'm bawling right now. I'm sorry.
You're not even there. She's back there cracking up. Alright, so you go into the back room. And as you enter it, you can kind of see you go through a doorway into a kind of a little bit of a hallway. And Farron turns left into a bigger room and kind of, opens up this set of silk curtains, walks in, and you see another Naga, not quite as big as the other, but otherwise looking identical to your eyes. Other than some slightly different shades in coloring. So it's a little bit darker scales on the outside. But you look around, she's sitting in front of a table. You can see all the kind of generic divination type items sitting around her. She's got a deck of tarot cards, crystal ball, a tea set.
Like the Oracle? Smoking a cigarette?
It's not quite like the Oracle. What's
Like
really
in the
going to bake your
Matrix?
noodle is...
Are you talking about from the
Would
Golden
you have broken
Child
his-
right now?
No, not the Golden Child. Where's the boy? Alright, so you go in there, and she's sitting behind this table.
Naked.
Farron kind of walks up, and there's 4 chairs already sitting around this table. Farron walks up and takes the seat directly to her left.
I tongue kiss.
They do not tongue kiss.
Sorry.
Kiss, kiss, fall in love.
Let's all sit down, figure out what the hell we're doing. All
I'm
right.
gonna stand in the corner menacingly because I'm invisible.
I'm invisible.
Yeah, I was talking to the invisible person. Also, Dad, I guess, you know.
Go find a corner of the room, Gary, and just like walk up, like spider, walk up there invisible, just be like on the ceiling, kind of prone, like
So the rest of you are sitting down.
waiting.
Yes?
Yes, I am seated, and I remove my hood, and in my magnificent fiery mane.
So she kind of looks around at all of you, and she looks at Farron. Farron's kind of avoiding her gaze. She looks at the empty chair. I believe we are missing one of your friends. Farron again is just kind of avoiding your glance. No? Perhaps we will continue then. But I trust he will hear what we are saying. Nobody's gonna say anything. All right. So she looks around.
He's always here in spirit, sir. You can continue.
I mean, I was debating throwing like a pile of sugar on him at this point, but you know.
So, why have you come to me?
We hear that you might offer insight to several bits of knowledge that we are seeking. Do the elements mean anything to you?
The animate.
You hear it echoing from just across the sea.
Yeah.
Hi.
Every time she hears it mentioned, but she can't help it.
It's like a sixth sense.
I have seen this many times before. What questions have you of the elements?
Well, it was foretold to us over an ancient half-dark elf overseeing, I would guess you would call them remote reservoirs of element energy. It seemed to take us to another place where the elements are being stored. It was fire, ice, and then like ardent green energy, life force.
Ah, you are as eloquent as the visions have dictated, Prince Emberheart. You have met Shasta, the druid. He has asked you to retrieve a conduit for the elements.
Indeed, so we can utilize them to the coming threat.
What do you know of the coming threat?
It's, it either originates or it is gathering strength in the Underdark as we speak. We saw the upper layer of it manage to get away.
Received your mention from your friend. How do you say Phoenix? Firehawk.
Just
Oh?
like that. Just like that.
You have not received the word from your friend.
Oh,
I-
the message thing.
You're not there.
No,
We
sorry,
have
sorry.
received, yeah, I have received some messages from the namesake of my family, but I don't know which one you speak of specifically.
You will know, for it is relevant to what you ask me. For now,
Gotcha.
you will wait to receive word from the short friend.
Well, that's good enough for me. I guess the only thing I can ask you is, how do you tie into the elements?
I do not tie into the elements. I see the future and what might be. Would anyone care to receive a reading?
Oh, fucking shit.
Now that's interesting. You know, I actually have an item here that might be of interest to you, and I pull out like the truth-seeking orb. I don't remember exactly what it's called.
Well, that's a hard question because I don't have it pulled up either. It is called the Conduit of Azuth.
So I pull out the Conduit of Azuf just to see if he takes notice of it or if it is something relevant to him.
Ah, the truth teller. The eyes of the gods. Very similar to the one I have here. Are you trained in its use?
We are not, although we have deciphered what it can do.
Which is?
Tell us I believe it's the length of a sentence, truth?
A single
Only
question.
one. Yeah,
Yes.
one question answered. I'm guessing that's a different type of truth than what you're offering.
My truths are not truths. They are words that, if told to you, affect your future. So again, I
Interesting.
ask, who would like a reading?
I am gonna let one of these guys do it. I don't like my fate being predetermined. I'm kind of chaotic like that, so I'm gonna step back.
Very well, young prince.
Indeed.
Well, I don't really care. I could take a reading, but I was really wondering. I mean, you've seen this conversation already, right? You've had visions. You know why we're here, or you knew we were coming.
It's a good question. Have you seen this meeting?
I have.
All right, then. So you know what we really need help with in this moment.
I do.
I'm wondering if you have any answers for us. I mean, we got to figure out. We got to know how to get a better grasp on this whole shifty situation.
Yeah, I guess there is the matter of these orca guards, if they even are as such, and why are they here? Why are they occupying for men? A lot of unanswered questions, but
Be easier to answer if we could
What?
actually buy those shapeshifters somehow.
While I can see the questions you ask, I cannot see the answers I retrieve. So if it's answers you seek, ask your question.
Is there any way that you can help us identify those shapeshifters right there?
And she reaches out and she kind of starts swirling her hands around the crystal ball that's sitting in front of her. And to Meadman and Gary, nothing happens. But Jet, observing it, you can kind of see it kind of swirling and kind of, little mini cracks of lightning and everything. You can see magic stirring inside this crystal ball. And after a short little bit of silence and her kind of studying and concentrating, you can see this kind of look of pure concentration on her face. She pulls her hands away.
Yes, there is a way. There is a trinket you may obtain that might help you discern who is or isn't a shapeshifter.
Well, that sounds pretty helpful. Do you know the name of this trinket? Or like what people would refer to it as?
It is something that resides in the temple of the God of Truth.
Is that
Okay.
in the city?
Yes, it is.
would you have any type of authority on retrieving such an item, or is there a way to obtain it without, angering the deity
So
in charge of that?
at that question, she kind of lets out this kind of hissy laughter.
And she says, "No, I barely have the authority to leave my house. You must travel
I see.
to the temple of Hakia, the goddess of truth. Inside, you will find your trinkets.
Yeah.
Hakia is spelled H-A-K-I-Y-A-H.
What? H-A?
H-A-K-I-Y-A-H.
I spelled it acai, but I switched the A and the I.
Okay.
How will we know this trinket when we see it?
That is a good question. Perhaps it is something that is valued by the monks themselves. Perhaps it is an artifact on the altar. It is difficult to see inside the bounds of another deity.
Well, can you see me slipping this trinket on my finger or my neck at some point in the next few hours to days?
Give me your hand, Master Dwarf.
Alright, don't fuck it up now. I need my hand.
So she kind of puts her hand in yours and kind of traces your, creases in your palm.
And she says, "I do not see it in your hands, but through your eyes I see it, hanging from the weapon of another."
Would that another be a friend or a weapon coming towards me?
You fear no danger as you see it.
Well, the mead man don't fear danger from nothing, so I ain't.
It is a weapon of great power. One that I sense nearby.
Alright, that's a little more useful, assuming you or Husband Snake ain't gonna try to kill us in that time soon. So go to the temple, somehow retrieve something that's of importance to the monks themselves, and probably on the altar, that we don't know what it looks like, but you can see it. Through my eyes.
I see merely remnants of what it is. I do not see clear images. That is what makes my ability what it is.
We might be able to sense it if it's something strong enough.
Yeah, really just recapping there. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to query about while you are here?
And she looks directly into the corner where Gary is standing.
Yeah.
Because
I
you
don't
your
know.
weapon.
Is there anything else we would like to query about in here? Could the wind tell me something?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Come on.
Apparently not, so...
She has something for you. She knows you're there.
I'll take a
Your
reading.
secrets will remain chained.
I'll take a reading.
Very well. Sit down, my shadowy friend.
Trip. Like, be clumsy. Do it.
I'm not gonna make a roll for this.
Dang it!
He doesn't have to step over any plant roots or anything like he did the first time you met him.
I just want to be clumsy again. Oh shit! Oh fuck! And just like knocks the ball over.
Even if my eyes are invisible, I can't see anything.
So, you sit down in the chair, or do you want to sit down in the chair?
Yeah.
Okay, you sit down in the chair, and as you do so, you kind of invisibility just kind of fades off of you, like in an expanding kind of line across your entire body.
It's like helium. If I just take a few deep breaths, it goes away.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Choose your method. The cards tell the truth. Your palm tells what might be.
Palm.
Very well. Give me your hand.
So, you reach out your hand, presumably. Glove off. She traces your, palm wrinkles the same way that she did with Meadman.
And she says, the sword. Now I see. The trinket hangs from Veritas, the sword of truth. Should you find it, you must find someone to attach it to the sword and imbue it with the power of truth. And you will be able to see the shapeshifters.
And she lets go of your hand.
Damn.
Kind of with a smirk on her face.
Okay.
She smiles again at that. She's kind of looking around at the rest of you. Kind of like she kind of knew like that was going to happen. Like she knew that she was going to have to call you over and explain that part.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Veritas does mean truth, doesn't it?
You asking me?
No.
Okay.
Yes. In Roman
does.
mythology, Veritas.
It's rough Latin for truth, yeah.
Rough Latin.
Reflatin.
Okay. Can I do the cards too?
Like Harry Potter lab.
You may do the cards.
do that. We got time. I got a coin here. Take gold,
I need not your money.
silver,
Farron
a blowj.
was good to us. To allow us to live here. To find a place for us to settle.
All right, no blowj.
I mean, are you actually saying that? Because half the time I gotta ignore what you guys fucking say because you're not actually saying it in character.
What if you didn't ignore it? I mean, what's that gonna do? Is she gonna laugh?
I'm gonna make you make a performance check.
To blow, of course.
Alright, no cream. No, I'm good. No, please proceed. Sorry. No money? Okay.
No money required.
So she shuffles the cards.
Here.
Holds them out. Pick a card, any card style.
Choose a card.
I picked the one all the way to the left, touching her thumb.
Okay. Time. Let me pull up my tarot card reference.
These are so fun. This is exciting.
Hang on. I closed it, and I shouldn't have closed it. Damn. I had a great sight for this. Talk amongst yourselves.
I wonder where the other guys are.
Hey guys, did we remember to tell Thyla to be real, quiet about where she was coming from when we left? Remember there was all those problems before?
More importantly,
Nope.
would that
Nope.
matter if you did?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure.
I
she'll
said
be-
we needed a plan, and everyone left before we could do a plan, so it's not my fault.
Don't worry. What's the worst that could happen if they figure out who I am?
Okay.
We'll protect you.
Roll a D100.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
That dildo is just so unsettling. It's like he has a question he's standing up in class.
What?
Look at him.
Who are you saying?
So stupid. What is that?
I posted an inflating penis gift.
That's
You
not what I
posted it in
what
an
I-
inflating penis?
That's not. Oh, you have cookies?
like a whole inquisitive
That's what I
spout
see.
there. Yeah.
This is awkward.
It's the big anime eyes. Just don't fit with any of that. Yeah.
Okay. So, that's your roll. You draw a card. You flip it over. And you see Jester. And she looks at you with a smirk on her face. She says,
The fool. You've drawn the fool. Before I tell you, what do you think it means?
Sorry.
I think it means we're gonna be made a fool. Better watch ourselves.
Always wrong is the fool. Never understanding what is in front of his face. I get the picture that is commonplace for you.
She is just insulting you. Sorry.
I'm thinking she's pretty good at divination, y'all.
Will be tricked one time before you leave this city's walls. Use this knowledge wisely.
Look how Gary, she might be tricking you right now. It could be happening right now.
Everybody check your pockets. Count my ball bearings.
Where's Mr. Shiny?
1 ball, 2 ball, 3 ball.
He has a favorite ball bearing. That's what I think.
Do you care to draw again, or perhaps another?
Yeah, I'll draw again.
okay. Shovels the cards.
Draw again.
D100.
Yup.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
3, 4, 5, 6.
The luckiest number you could get in a D100.
What do you think it is? There's a picture of a skeleton
Death.
A black skeleton holding a sickle,
Death.
staring back at you with blank, shallow skull
I
eyes.
laugh in the face of death. The fool, the jester, laughs. Is that what that means?
Foolishly.
Are they connected?
Let us hope that your deceit does not lead to your death. But I will tell you this. Death will affect you before you leave this city.
I go invisible.
All right. I understand, Gary. So someone's
can't
going to
just go
trick you
invisible.
into dying at
Yeah,
some
he has to
point.
cast it again.
Now, I will give you one more free drawing.
Alright, I'm in.
Not you, Gary. God damn it. No, I'm
You're not there!
Or perhaps your companions would like a turn.
No. 3 is a magic number. I'm going.
I believe in the theoretical roll of the dice, so he can go ahead and draw.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all going great so far for
Yeah, you get fooled, death affects you. Alright, so she gathers up the cards, shuffles them again.
Alright, draw one more card.
I get a 68.
68? Okay. So that's plus another. So you see a picture of a woman with flowing, beautiful, shining white robes. She has kind of like a crown on her head, a tall, glimmering jeweled crown. She's holding a scepter, standing in front of an altar in front of a beautiful stained glass window. And the snake says,
Ah, finally, the High Priestess. Perhaps this is relevant to your other quest. You will enter a place of holy worship, and you will interact with the priest or a priestess of the said god.
make sense?
Okay. Didn't say if it was a sexual interaction or not. That's okay. We'll figure it out. More excitement.
You and the sexual tension. It's not happening. There are no signals.
We've been
I mean,
on
the
road
S
a
is
lot.
Alright.
tell us a different story.
We've been friend zoned. I get it. Let's keep going. Sorry.
You ever heard of a lot lizard?
Oh my god, please say that you just said that, because that's hilarious. And she's gonna hate you.
I
don't think lot lizards
said it out loud or
existed.
not.
The 1200s?
Maybe I did say radar earlier and nobody questioned it, so
And you did say call this in. What are you gonna smoke signals?
maybe. All right.
Thank you. Curious being that knows that I'm invisible.
You're welcome.
I love you.
Farron, have you anything to discuss with me?
No, I believe that about covers it. And from what I know of this Gary, he seems to be the root of all trouble for this crew.
Nice.
We shall be on our way.
You are psychic.
I mean, he's more like a catalyst.
I'm a bit of a spark plug.
On our way out, I look back and say, "Hey, one more thing, lady. Am I a shapeshifter?"
Perhaps that is something you will find out with the trinket.
I
With
hope
a
I'm
smile on
cool
her face.
shapeshifter. And I walk away.
And your tongue, doing what snake tongues do.
What type of snake is she? Is she like a cobra?
Yeah, they all have cobra hoods. She's a naga.
Nice.
So as you walk out, Farron looks at the male who was standing out front and he says,
Thank you again, my friend. If you ever need anything, you know
I should be the first that you should approach. The snake nods.
you are always an ally.
And you leave.
In our light,
Always an ally?
ally. Uh-huh.
Is my Asian accent too much? I can go more with it. You are always an ally!
Much better. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Alright, so you guys leave. back to the other crew, headed to the blacksmith. So, by this point in time has passed. Things are happening. Hang on, I gotta find my little thing here. People are starting to wake up. And as you're kind of weaving through the alleyways and the streets, you don't really know where you're going. So you're sticking to the main roads, but you know where the blacksmith is in general, so you're kind of following the roads around. And you're basically kind of trying to stay out of the way, trying to avoid notice. So I'm going to have you guys roll a group stealth check. So all of you guys roll a stealth check.
Can I not?
Do I have advantage because of my cloak?
You're not there.
Oh.
I believe that's a 3 and a 12 crossed out. What does that mean?
Disadvantage.
Oh, well, you don't have to roll with disadvantage because you have that one skill, right? From your subclass? Or your subclass. So you have your plate armor on, but isn't there something that you can do with your stealth?
I don't think I have that yet.
Okay, well then you don't have it yet.
Wait. No, I do. Wait. Okay, so I have pass without a trace. Can I do that? Before we roll all the stealth checks? Sorry, I forgot I had that.
Oh, you do that. Because it's kind of a random stealth check.
So, pass without a trace. I don't remember. Is it a spell? First level, right? I think? Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Sorry. I'm sorry. This is the first time we're level 5 and it was really aggressive. Remember when I rolled
Your
that
character!
20? It was
All
so
right.
great. Okay.
A veil of shadow and silence radiates
Alright.
from you,
It's a level
masking
2.
you and your companions from detection.
I got it. It's a level 2 spell. Everyone plus 10 to your stealth rolls. So I'm a 13 now. Wait, and you're right. Never mind. I don't get a disadvantage.
So what's causing you to not get disadvantage?
Magic?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna kill off your character and make you not use a homebrew.
No, wait. Oh, no. Okay. Sorry. Tenets of balance. I thought it was in there. Nope. Okay. So I'm a 13. So everyone add 10 to your roll.
And we're rolling with advantage or without?
No advantage. You just roll straight up and then you add 10 to it.
It's pretty strong.
27 for me.
Ooh, dirty.
What are you plus 20, 60? Yeah. So you managed to make it all the way where you're going without drawing the notice of any guards or any, people who are, peeping toms. So as you follow the roads around, you enter, or you kind of enter this area where the blacksmith is, and you can see it's this massive building, and you can see chimney after chimney after chimney after chimney, kind of on this long and not too deep building. And smoke is kind of coming out of just a couple of the chimneys. Not all of them, just a few of them. And you can see directly above the main entrance to this massive, armory, C and C. C and person C. And there's a picture of an anvil on it. So, if you want to walk in, you can. If you want to look around, you can. But
I mean,
there's-
let's take a look around.
So you can make a perception check outside if you want to.
I mean, we wouldn't just walk into places we've been interrogated.
Is this almost like a factory, you would say? I'm sorry.
I don't get it, but
I know you
sorta.
would. It's way too old for you to get. That's fine. Oh, that makes me happy.
All right, what were you talking about?
Don't worry about it. It's an old person thing.
I mean, honestly, it's the closest thing to a factory that you would see.
And it's just called CNC Factory.
What?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
No.
Oh,
Really?
that works.
Cleverer than anything I came up with.
Fine.
Charlie
you-
and the.
Then put in CNC Factory and see what pops up.
God damn it.
You're gonna know what it is when you see it.
The
not
Cock
that old.
and Cock Factory. Oh,
No.
It's an automation. For small
Everybody
shops.
dance now. Remember?
I did not even think of that.
Oh my god.
So as you kind of walk in, you hear some hammers. Ting, 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 ting.
Oh man.
Keep going.
Wow, Will, way to show your age.
I know.
I mean, that was. I didn't even know their names. I know
Yeah.
the song.
I know the song. I've never fucking known.
Yeah.
the
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so you walk in the factory, and where you're entering is it's more of kind of like an entry, kind of like an office type of thing, like a shop front, a storefront, and you see weapons and armor of all shapes and sizes just lining the walls everywhere, and you see a kind of a decent looking fellow with dark hair and dark skin sitting behind a desk with a steaming cup of coffee, kind of poring over books, looking like accounting texts and things like that. And as you open the door, ding ding ding, the bell rings and looks up at you.
Ding, ding.
Ding 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 ding. He looks up at you. Welcome. What brings you to my shop?
I nudge Well forward because I don't want to talk anymore.
You love music?
We're here for your armor, so.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Ah, okay.
I reach in my bag and pull out the armor and give it to you.
Hello, hi, sir.
Hello.
Is there any way you can make this plate armor fit me?
I believe it seems as though someone has already tried to do so. Have they failed?
Yes, sir. My blacksmith back home, he's really not that great. I think he almost ruined it, honestly. So I figured I'd come to the.
I can see that from here. Look, you see the seams here. They are just not quite sealed correctly. So it will not take long for one of my smiths to correct this for you.
Oh, you guys are just wonderful. I knew it.
Okay.
Coming in here, I started to boogie, and I felt a good rhythm here.
Thyla, roll a
No,
perception check.
no.
Roll a perception check? You're saying no to that? You just hate. That's your perception check? Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I said no.
You've heard this type of accent before, but you can't place it.
Does anyone in my party hear it before?
Potty?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm
She's in character.
Welsh now.
Welsh?
Hmm. Do we do a perception check?
Nope. Who do you have with you? Well and no. Just Thyla.
Can I do a perception if he's trying to swindle us at all and trying to take the armor away?
Meaning, well, that'd be an insight check. So you're suspicious
Insight.
that he's trying
Sorry.
to scam you. Okay, that would be an insight check.
Scam. Ooh. It almost landed on a 3? Yeah. Or a 5. Nice.
So after hearing him talk, you get the impression that he just kind of want to get this transaction going. It's not that he's trying to scam you or trying to get rid of you. He's a businessman.
Oh, right. Time is money. Okay. All right.
Okay. So, are you interested in my services? I will let you know we are quite expensive here.
Oh, that's interesting. I heard you guys were the best, so that's why I came here. So
What are we talking
understandable
like-
that you guys are a little bit expensive.
Like $3.40.
Thank you, Well.
She said there was no way. Well, we charge a hefty fee, especially for someone who looks of your dimensions. So you will go back with our smiths, we will measure you, we will reforge the plate to fit you, and you will pay us the gold required to do such a thing. You will have a quote after the measurements are taken.
And will this be for day or will this be for night?
Want something that just screams bitch.
Right? Steve's lagged out. He can't hear
Aw.
any of your funny quips. They were great.
It's okay, you can go to the video.
Nice.
We'll go back to the film.
There we go. You can...
Now,
Do any of them bear repeating? I mean,
I mean, everything was worth it, but...
I made a John Wick joke.
I would hate to waste your time, sir. Do you have maybe a guess at what it would cost?
let me take a closer look. So he
I kind of like
reaches
hold
under
my
the
arms up awkwardly.
Well, not at you, you foolish dragon, at the armor. I must check the metal to see if it's even worth looking at.
Not like this.
like my arms or like...
You want to be strong, don't you?
I don't know what to do with my hands. This-
Young lady, I can tell you have no idea what you are doing. Hand me the armor, please.
Don't punch him.
I mean, yeah, like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Punch him.
I'm trying to act more, and I can make something a roll or whatever. I'm trying to act more like, not foolish. Like, I don't know, yeah. Like a clueless girl. Oh, like a girl who didn't know her car needed an oil change. That's how I'm trying to act.
Oh.
Except you're like a 7 or 8 foot tall lizard.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, dragon. Lizard.
So-
Salamander or
Polite.
something.
You hand him the armor, he kind of looks it over, kind of with a sigh. Yes, this is doable. Perhaps in the neighborhood of about 500 gold.
Gary? We need somebody to talk this price down.
Yeah, I think
Would
we can do
I-
better than that.
So would I know how much the armor would be, like originally? Like plate armor,
no,
straight
you
up.
would have no idea. So, I mean, think of you're a refugee from Belagos. You found this on a dude
that's true.
on a dead body in the middle of
Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell him. that.
hole. You have no idea what it's worth.
All right. Probably should have. 500, sir. I feel like I have all the pieces there. It just needs a little bit extra. And I'm assuming that, of course the materials are quite expensive, but the molds and everything are already set. Would there be a way?
Well, I do know of another blacksmith up in Port Garin who could probably do the work for much cheaper, if you are willing to settle for his quality.
So,
But if you want my quality, then you will pay my prices.
Yeah, I just think that's a little too steep for our friend here to pay that much.
it's very funny the guy in Port Garen's actually pushed us over to you, saying that he couldn't handle it.
Make a deception check.
Titties. I don't know. I hate it. I hate all this. Yeah.
Stop lying. He told you to come to me. Well, this does not surprise me. You see, he has no skill. So, of course, he would send you to the blacksmith with the greater skill. You see, I have behind me in my factory many blacksmiths who put his work to shame.
How do you say donkey? Sorry.
Nice. Is there anything maybe I can do for you that would maybe lower the price a little bit? I don't say this in a sexy way. I say it in like I adjust my huge mallet. What's it called? Hammer. You know, like I.
I'm blacked out again. I have no idea what's
sorry.
happening.
She's saying it in a sexy way while she adjusts her huge penis.
Yeah, she's really trying to just.
I pull out my penis. I don't say it in a sexy way. I say it in like a. I adjust. You know, I get big. I get bold. I'm adjusting my hammer. Like I'm. You know, here to like solve any problems he might have.
Hard, I mean. Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting hard. That's a persuasion check.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I understand what you're going for.
I don't
You're
like
trying
any
to-
of these. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like
She's
it.
trying to look swole.
Yeah, exactly. Well, perhaps there is something you can do for me. I was expecting a shipment of metal that has come in, was supposed to come in from the spark mine. It was in a large wagon. It was being escorted up, but I have not received it yet. I was supposed to receive it sometime last week. If you can find information about this wagon of metal, perhaps I can give you a discount on the armor.
Interesting. Do you know where the wagon was last seen, or maybe where it was left off from? Just from Spark Mine?
I received word that it had left Sparkmine, but I obviously have not received it, so where it is I know not.
Alright. So let's... How about we leave this at 500? And if I do this for you, how much would you take off?
Oh, I believe such an errand successfully returned would drop the price by about half. I could do it for 250.
Alright, sir. What is your name?
My name? Well, perhaps you are new to town. My name is Carlito.
Carly?
Ay! I'm sorry. That was
Wow.
bad. That was so bad. I'm so sorry.
I'm not with her, sir.
I just... Ooh, I just want to... Okay, that's my bad. I'm sorry. It was one of the things like what Ryan does, you know, you just don't listen to it, you just move on.
I mean, I do that with half the shit you guys say, so...
It is immortalized forever.
Yeah,
You
thank
can
you.
watch it, play it back, isolate that audio.
Let that play back.
The
in hand.
audio is working now. Thank
Oh,
you.
God.
Appreciate it.
Alright,
Alright.
I'm Carlito. I
That was
am
the
a
worst.
famous swordsman.
Hmm.
Perhaps you have heard of me in the fighting pits. Or maybe, if you are wealthy enough to travel to Balagos, you mention my name, you may hear more.
Do I know of him because I'm from there?
Well, you failed the roll, so no.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. Nah, no worries.
Now, find my metal. Leave your armor if you wish. I shall fix it. You will come back to me with 250 or 500 gold. We will decide then.
Carlito, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Do you leave the armor with me or not?
Did.
I mean, yeah, I'm giving him the armor.
Okay. You come back to claim this armor, you better have my wagon or 500 gold.
Carlito, I will come back.
I expect so. This is good armor.
And kill you.
I'm like biting my tongue. I want to say some shit. All right. So, you boys want to look around, or like, what else do you guys have in mind?
I don't know. I'd like to find around if we can find like a historian here. Hey Carlito, do you know of any historians in the village?
Yes, there is a few. What information do you seek?
Just words or lore about Asimir, Dark Elf history.
What are we saying? This needs to stop. Why am I fucking lagging?
Dark Elf's history.
I was lagged out the entire fucking time.
I just
So
Uh,
Dark Elf history.
Damn.
Dark Elf history.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my internet.
You're good.
Yes. So there at one point was a library. However, it has been closed recently, and even in the last week. I know not why, but I can give you 3 names of people you might seek out to find more information.
Okay. What are their
There
names?
is a man who specializes in collections of souvenirs and various rarities. His name is Galush.
Okay.
Pause for laughter. Because he's laughing.
I just think of goulash.
Well, switch the the vowels around. You got it. The other is a very dear friend of mine. He is what you would call a hobbyist. He tends to collect things as well, but these are more of common interest to people. His name, he's an elf. Perhaps you have heard of him. He is Dallasborn.
What's his name?
Dallasborn.
Okay. And was third person?
The third. Well, I don't recommend seeking him out.
Why is that?
He is a mage in a tower. His name is Galeraphon. He is older than time. He is older than the city itself.
Galeraphorn?
Galeraphon. He sits atop his tower, behind walls made for him by the king. Their arrangement I know not, however, I know he is ancient beyond count.
Okay.
Seek him if you dare, but I do not recommend it. However, the knowledge you seek, I am sure he has.
Okay. Thanks.
Alright, I can give you guys spelling combos if you want.
We're getting so much info.
Galush, Dalesborn, and Galafarin, or Galarifon.
And what was Dalesborn? A hobbyist?
He's
just
a
like
hobbyist. Just
just
like
kinda like-
Galush.
Galoosh.
Galush
It's
is
kind
a
of like-
collector of rarities, and Dalesborn is a hobbyist.
Okay.
And he said he was an elf.
Ooh, that could help. That could help. Collector of oddities.
I didn't get what Galush was though. He didn't say anything of that.
So Dallasborn was a collector as well, is how he described it. Galush is your impression of him is that he is like a souvenir salesman,
Okay.
right? So he collects things from around the area and sells them to people.
We might find some clues there, gang. We're Scooby-Doo now.
Jesus Christ.
I can't help it.
Okay. You guys good? You leaving?
Yeah. Do we got a ticket
All right.
number for your gear?
Oh yeah, I kind of want to like exchange something where there's some kind of like sale, you know, like I gave him this armor. It's obviously worth something, so I don't want to just leave it.
Well, I suppose that is my mistake. Allow me to write something up for you very quick. My wife normally handles this. She is unfortunately still asleep. She celebrated perhaps a little too much last night. You see, we have recently found out that we may be with child.
Isn't that bad for the baby?
Yeah. Congratulations.
So, guy that's overcharging us, we don't fucking care.
You do not understand. We in Belagos, we
he gonna
celebrate
get
our
us-
children much differently than perhaps you do.
Oh, like with an extra 50% discount?
Not for you.
I'm assuming she just stayed up late with the festivities.
Drugs.
You can assume whatever you
Vitamins.
like. Perhaps you, Dragonborn, may know more of Belagosian customs.
Drink 49 non-alcoholic beers.
It's at
Oh,
least
duels!
1%.
Was
But
that?
anyway, allow me to write up the receipts. Carlotta would undoubtedly disapprove of my methods here, but I will sign it myself with my seal. Here you are. You take this with you, you come back, I give you the armor, as long as you present me with one of the two options, 500 gold or 250 plus the metal from the wagon.
Carlito, you beautiful man. Congratulations on the family. And
I do
thank
not
you
need
for this
you
opportunity.
to tell me that I am beautiful.
You're right. How dare I? Look at that face. I appreciate the opportunity to prove myself. And I hope you don't mind me taking my friends along as well. Merc boys! Sorry.
I don't even know what to take for that.
So, just saying, this gumming kicked in and
You should
made me a little fucking crazy.
In character, you respond, Gesundheit.
Alright. So, he says to you, I invite you to please leave. If it would make you feel more comfortable, I can tell your friend is some kind of nervous. I know not how to place it. But perhaps you will walk through my factory with me. I will take you out the other entrance.
This is the part where you realize everybody's in like Daisy Duke shorts, and then he starts playing that fucking "Everybody Dance Now" song
Yeah.
as they're working. through the-
Backdoor Merc boys. I'm putting that in quotes.
Dirty backdoor peonies.
Yay!
You walk in and the anvils are all in like the shape of a piano and they're just playing songs. Dun, 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 dun. They're kind of like big. You ever seen them? Okay, anyway.
I know
You walk
what
through with
Dragon
him.
Balls this place.
Yeah, exactly. You walk through and you see this just massive factory, and it's just anvil after anvil after anvil after anvil. And again, only a few of them are being worked at this point in the day, but you can tell that this is a massive factory. This is a guy who knows what he's doing. It's without question the biggest smithy that any of you have ever seen. It's unprecedented. You couldn't even imagine an operation like this could exist. This is somebody who is used to mass producing weapons.
Yeah.
So, he takes you down through the factory, and you go out the other entrance on this side, where I just put the X. And as you do so,
I want
you
like
see
a
a few figures walking down the street that you recognize.
factory. Does the factory match the drapes kind of thing? Sorry.
Trying to say that in a way.
Nope, that was outside when I met everyone. Hi everyone. There's a factory.
The group is back together.
Yay!
At the blue X.
We did it. No, we did it.
So,
I
guys,
did it.
what'd you guys find out?
I'm gonna laugh in the face of danger, and then some witch from the east is gonna save me.
He's gonna get tricked into dying or something? Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen, so.
Wait, just Gary. Gary's gonna die.
Well, he's gonna get tricked,
Death.
and then
It's gonna happen.
death will happen to one of us, or probably someone we're gonna kill.
Probably.
He's a
So-
fool. There will be death.
What
And
if I have to kill somebody to anoint my fucking sword with the truth, whatever? Or the,
True.
True.
You have to kill the person who tricks you.
Yeah.
Where did you guys even go? We were just in an armor factory. What the fuck are you saying?
We know what's gonna happen, alright?
Some
Just
snake lady
not-
with some wild tongue action.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh.
gave me some tarot card readings.
Yeah.
Well, where was the building? Just for later.
Building was on the
Personal
ground.
reasons.
Anything helpful?
Did you say on the
Hey, Lion.
ground? Prick.
The building was on the ground.
It was on the ground.
She asked it where it was. Placed firmly.
Just around
There.
on the ground.
I feel like there was a foundation. It was well founded.
So all the while, Farron is kind of looking at you guys with a bemused expression.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
can see
tell.
why a lot of you get along. Perhaps you make a greater team than I originally thought.
Merc boys.
Again.
Farron, do you know anyone about goulash or Dalesborn?
Well, I do know a few restaurants. I don't know anyone who specializes in goulash, but perhaps some pasta dish with a meaty tomato-y
No.
sauce on top could be found if we try.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You try?
That's a good idea, Fala.
We'll do that.
We got a couple names, right? Well, what was the name? Do you remember the name?
Honestly,
I myself am quite hungry.
It was
Oh.
Galush, Dallasborn, and Galarifon.
Yes, I know them all.
That's exactly what I said.
So we want to get some goulash and then maybe talk about what we're doing next.
Yes.
Go for the shop
Getting
and sell
some
some
food.
shit.
So perhaps we could return. I do know several places where we could eat that would be fairly off the radar. I'm gonna keep saying that. So
Off the
overlook
map.
radar.
I want to just tell them to like what happened when we were trying to leave the gate. Just catch them up to speed. Sorry, I might have let it a little bit too much slide. But I told them not to, and they seemed pretty scared. And everyone is suspicious of me. And then I finally fess up to when someone came up in the middle of the night
10-foot tall
to the bush.
salamander.
Yeah. So, hi guys. So remember when we were, and I was kind of saying this away from everyone. You know, no one's around, right? Can I look around?
Yeah.
All right. So, and we were like camping in a bush, and some guy came up and rode up, and I was on watch, and I was doing a really good job. I tried to scare him, and then he ran away. So everyone's suspicious of me. So.
Sorcerer, your spell. Does it affect her? Can you cast it on her?
What spell?
This sorcerer. No, the source that makes people look different.
Oh, alter self? I mean, what do you want to look like?
I mean, something.
Charlie's
Work on others, or can you only put it on yourself?
So let's see. Alter self. I think it makes. Yeah, only I assume a different form, unfortunately.
How
Sorry
can we lower her profile? Perhaps it is best if we move into the alley nearby.
have you tried walking on your knees?
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah, all the time. Actually,
Nailed it.
Got him.
Sorry. Got him.
Farron, do you know anyone who maybe has like access to a paper bag or a sack? We could cut some eye holes
Well,
in.
there is a brothel nearby that does have several cheap prostitutes, but I don't know if that would suffice as a disguise for someone of her stature.
Farron knows exactly where the brothels are, guys. No judgment. No
I
judgment.
do indeed. Have
Yeah, I
never
mean, that's
spent
the thing,
thusly.
though.
However, this is important, and the reason I bring it up is because, if I recall correctly from your tale to me, when you rescued the dragon and were hiding in the bush, those were Thelusius's men, not the carvers.
Yeah.
That means word has traveled to the carvers. That is
Unfortunately.
I put my hood up as he says that.
concerning, to say the least.
And I might have let slip that we were in. I'm fucked up, guys. I'm sorry. I said your father, Jet.
Oh, it's
So we
fine. You
were
didn't mention.
spot-on.
Oh, wait, what'd you do? Sorry.
Yeah. I kind of panicked. He was scared though. And I don't think so. If we just murder them really fast, that it'll be fine.
The whole city?
This is-
No,
we
just
are
the
already
4,
too-
5, or 10 that we talked to.
This
I mean,
is
I can
too
start
high
with the house.
profile already. We cannot return to the rich district. We must find a lower,
So,
suspicious place to stay.
before we go into hiding, I just wanted to know maybe if there was a enchanter slash like purveyor of magical goods and like spellsmith.
A spellsmith. Someone who could do what exactly?
Either make me a scroll that I could learn or use, or have some type of enchanted jewelry. I'm trying to enhance my weaknesses.
I do know of a jeweler. He's a halfling. Perhaps that would be where to start.
Excellent.
Jet, I do think you should disguise yourself, though.
I agree.
I
we are way
suppose.
too high profile in this town.
But what should I make myself look like? Open to opinions.
What did you do when we were at
The second level slot. I turned myself into something. I don't remember. I
But
was
you
drinking
do
and smoking a lot.
You did it, so you remember. I might be able to look it up, but yeah.
So let's see. You transform your appearance. You decide what you look like, including your height, weight, facial features, sound of your voice, hair length, coloration, and distinguishing characteristics, if any. You can make yourself appear as a member of another race, though none of your statistics will change. You can't appear as a creature a different size as you. So, like, I can't, like, become, like, a horse or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you turned yourself into an Eric Cochran.
I believe so, yeah.
You did. So maybe you just do that again. It's a little
Turn yourself
strange,
into-
but then at least it's consistent with his Spock mind, you know?
I could do something different. Saying,
What about a carver? Turn into a carver. Then we have a guard who can answer and get us out of trouble.
Yes. God,
I
you did it well.
think that's a great idea. I'm going to turn myself into one of them.
Can anyone disguise me or give me
Well,
anything?
That's better than the idea I typed, which is to turn yourself into a mustache so Thyla could wear you.
So as long as I'm concentrating, I can do this.
No, do that, please. And a toupee. Just like it.
I have altered the deal.
I don't have anything to disguise myself.
So I now look like a Warhammer orc. Green skin, everything, right?
It is quite convincing, my friend.
Yeah, you think so?
I do
Does
indeed.
anyone have a disguise kit?
What are we?
We're muggers!
Yeah.
He's like bound to his code. He has to say that when he asks.
Now, for you, Dragonborn, we must make you lower profile. And I know not how to do so. Perhaps
Cast invisibility on her.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Alright.
Either that or throw a saddle on her.
I, like,
What?
can I knee check him?
I'm just saying
With my
you know,
leg?
that knee
Like, just a
goes-
little clip.
you wear
Like
it
a
right
little
here.
clip. Like, just a...
And then when they're
I'm
like,
gonna-
"What is that?" We'll just be like, "It's like a mini dragon."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
I
a
knee check him.
specialty.
I'm not gonna be your horse to ride on top of.
I've been on all fours. You're faster than I can run.
You are quite little.
I'm just saying, it's a good disguise. Get the bit. Terrible.
Can you turn me into a mustache?
well, we don't have anyone with such a power, but perhaps the invisibility option is a good one.
I believe that's the best option.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I cast it.
Good job, guys.
Fair enough. You got 1 hour. Now, do you wish to visit the Enchanter?
Us?
I believe one of you mentioned visiting
Yes.
an Enchanter. Genasi, are you awake? Come,
You know what we should do?
I will
when
take
we're
you to
there?
him. He is new in town. He has just recently moved in from, I believe, Port Garen, believe it or not.
Oh,
He-
Paul Garrett! Some of them blow up.
attempting to make a place for himself here. So let us seek him out. He is in the district through the wall. He
Through the wall?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
The Jesus Christ, Macho Man.
No,
That
it's
was-
Kool-Aid.
That was Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid
Oh,
guy.
okay. My bad. My bad. I got you. Now
Oh
come with me.
yeah!
So that was pretty good. So he takes you up from here through this door, in and around to right here.
Green line. Okay. Yeah.
Right? Okay. So as you're following along, you see the market is starting to pick up. People are waking up. People are opening shops, and people are starting to come into the market. The doors are open. The gates are open to the city, and people are coming in. People are pouring in. People are pouring out of the inns, kind of setting up shop, getting into the market, trying to sell their goods, getting it in. And as you kind of pass by, you're trying to stay under the radar. You manage to, and you sneak through to the wall. And as you get to this entrance, you notice these gates are also open, and there are no guards here. The carvers aren't guarding this gate like they were guarding the other one. As you walk through, you see smaller houses than the ones that you're used to. From everything that you've seen, they're all kind of apartment complex type of buildings. You can tell that their efficiency is more than anything, but these are individual houses. So, and they're fairly well maintained. You can tell this is a little bit. This is a neighborhood with a little bit more money. They're separated from everybody else. Nothing seems as dirty out here, but it's nothing really kind of like, royal or rich or anything really all that impressive. And as you follow the road along, you get to a shop and a sign that looks vaguely familiar. And I will let you guys roll a perception check to see if you recognize the sign. Anybody who wants to. Anyone and anyone.
What was it? Sorry, the last question you were asking?
Roll a perception check if you want to. And you have to roll with this disadvantage.
Damn it.
I got a 21.
Alright,
You recognize this sign. It's the exact same sign that you saw hanging above the Enchanter's shop in Port Garen.
Same guy? Oh, this is Jeeves' place.
Jeeves? That what you're going with?
Hold on. Let me.
I've never seen that sign in my life. Not
Someone's
one.
gonna say it. Right? Someone's gonna say where it's from.
Hang on. I'll message Ryan. I want it to be a surprise. But he rolled a 21. And the goddamn DC was a 20.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Hang on.
I don't remember, apparently.
You don't know.
I know.
The character
I'm
doesn't
messaging
know
Ryan.
shit.
I'm so excited.
Is it the dude from Alabama?
Yes!
None of you know this!
Yes! I'm so excited.
This is Lauren from
Man.
Alabama.
In my notes, I said, "Let's go, Alabama."
Oh, Lauren, down hell.
You recognize the sign. What do you do now?
Bust in there and give hugs.
Oh yay!
Fan?
Goddamn it, who the fuck come in my Oh! Shit! What the fuck you guys doing down here in this part of the country? I tell you what, I thought y'all were coming back up there at Port Garen and I ain't seen you in a goddamn month. Where the hell you been? I got stuff for you.
Man, that was the plan, man. But then, one thing leads to one thing, leads to 20 fucking stupid things. Next thing you know, we're in the middle of
No,
dungeons and
that's
shit. You know
fair,
how it
man. I'll
is.
tell you what. I know exactly how to. I'll tell you what. You've been busy. I've been busy. You asked me to do a couple things for you. I got those things. I've been saving them. I came down here. I'm trying to make a little money. God dang. Port Garen up there, everything's changed up there. You don't even know how much changed up there. They don't let guys like me operate up there no more. You know, a little shady, a little off the top. They don't do that up there no more. Okay? So I come down here. And I'm trying to make a little cash on the side. I tell you what, though, I like you boys. That's why I didn't do that to you. I didn't steal your shit. I got your shit right here. Whose bracelet is this? The one with the holes in it?
Oh, Lorne, you absolute gem. I've missed you so much.
Hey, what? I did find something out about this.
Oh, yeah,
This is
that
an
freak
elemental
him out?
bracelet. This is the type of shit you take somewhere and you can absorb. You can absorb things into it. You find a gem that likes what it sees. You put that gem in the bracelet, the gem will suck it right up like a goddamn vacuum. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what vacuum is, but
What does that do for you?
Well, I don't know, but I'll tell you what. You do that, you'll absorb the power. You get in contact with it, that's what it'll do. That's about all I can tell you about that.
So that bracelet be a conduit for all sorts of crazy shit.
Well, I'd recommend hanging on to it. I'll tell you that much. You put the right gems in it, you can get a lot of power out of this thing.
Lorne, do you know anyone that would
So a
maybe...
device that you wear that requires certain gems that hold power that when combined give you the ultimate power.
Somebody tell me what the hell he just said. I don't know.
I think I know what he just said.
Lorne, do you know anyone that I know, like, maybe not even nearby, but do you know anyone that would give us a little bit more information? Maybe help us with the jewels that go in this
Says the
place?
voice from the air.
I'm
He
there.
can't see you. You're
I'm
invisible.
there.
You're invisible.
Okay, I haven't been talking. I forgot I was invisible. I'm sorry.
Oh, why you take it back?
Sorry.
Also, I'm still in work. So
Plus, he probably doesn't even think. He probably just thinks it's one of his voices. Not
Yeah.
tripping.
Sorry, that's my bad. I forgot I was invisible. Okay, go on.
The other thing, you there, Asmar. What you call him? The good looking one over there. You come over here. You asked me about a ring. You handed me a ring one time. You said you wanted to make it heal better.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll tell you what. Here, I got a thing on this. It's an enchantment. This one I gotta charge you for. This one took me a minute. I gotta get 100 gold off you. You take this and make you heal better. All right.
All right.
It was 90 gold, but he gets an extra $1 for every time he says that. Right here. This one right here.
You got a problem there, dwarf? Mountain dwarf? Think you're better than us hill dwarf? Think you're better than the Epidemic
I think
Bayou?
it's funny that you saved
right.
everything for
All
us
right.
in a new town that you didn't know we were coming to.
I ain't know
So-
where the hell you were, but I'll tell you what. You guys made a dang good impression on me. Plus, I ain't gonna steal from my brethren.
Hey, man, it's the Alabama Code. We gotta have each other's back. And I tell
We
you
don't
what,
fuck
Lauren,
around
we
with
get back up there, Port Garen. We got some ends with that them Garen folks. If they're in charge, we gonna have a motherfucking murder too with them about.
Boy, I tell you what. You go up there, it's gonna be a different city. You know, when I was up there, crime was rampant. Nobody knew what's what. But I tell you what, that boy who took over up there, he knows what he's doing. He took care of that. It's like a goddamn orderly state now. The streets are clean. Ain't no criminals. Ain't no addicts out there. I'll
was
tell you
thinking
what,
the
he know
opposite
what he's
of him.
doing. Man, that's a good place to live. And I'll tell you what, I don't do well in good place to live. I don't do well there.
did he pay you a lot to say that?
I love him so much. My favorite character.
Oh, I forgot. By the way, since I'm an orc and alter self still, this will cover for my forgetting what this guy sells. I just step forward. Oi, merchant, what you sell again?
Well, I don't sell anything in particular. What I do is I take things that you want to be better and I make them better. So what you got there, big old green fella?
Well, I'll you check my satchel. Hold on a sec.
He has to make a performance check for this fucking accent. I love it. I'm sorry, he has to.
I like the
Assume alter self alters your voice too. Hopefully,
Does it?
I believe it does.
What
It'd
if
be
it
really
doesn't?
funny if it
As
didn't.
far
Oh
as
my
I know,
god, yeah.
As far as I know, there aren't any checks required for alter self. As long as, or are there?
I don't believe so.
I don't know. I love
check
this
real
though.
quick.
You assume a different form.
I just have to concentrate, so if anything breaks my concentration, I'll instantly
Right. And you
snap
can't
out of
fight
that
that way,
form.
essentially.
No, I can't fight. Like, as soon as I enter combat,
Transform your appearance.
gaze
Okay,
is-
okay.
the guise is
Yeah.
gone. Sorry. The gaze.
So I think unless you do something drastically out of character for what you're trying to do, you're fine.
Yeah, this is a good, like, in-town spell. For incognito. But yeah, I'm just gonna look through my equipment real quick.
Yeah, it is sounding your voice. That's nice.
Oh, so at any time during the duration, so you can change back to yourself in front of this guy who knows us, and change back into the other thing at any time during the duration.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
switch back and forth anytime you want.
Yep.
So you can pop back into your regular form.
And you can also, yeah, I see that now too.
Yep.
And you can change into anything you want. Like you could flip through any form that you want.
That'd be
That's
so
fucking
cool.
crazy. That's
Yeah, if
awesome.
he was like turns into a guard, turns into a prisoner, and like goes back and forth, that'd be really cool.
As long as I have the spell slots for it, I mean, yeah.
Constantly back
Well,
and
no.
forth, a smaller and bigger version of yourself. So
It says
As long as you're
for
concentrating, you can do it within your
yeah, for
time.
the full duration of the
Yeah.
spell, you can change into anything you want
Oh.
off of one cast.
So I can just be Mystique for a little bit?
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
for an hour. Yeah, basically.
You can be Jennifer Lawrence. You're Jennifer Lawrence.
Ew.
Apparently
What do you
she quit
Okay,
those
you're Rebecca
movies.
Romaine.
Yeah, that's
Thank
much
you.
better.
Thank
Much
you.
better.
what is wrong with Jennifer Lawrence?
She's not bad. She's just not great.
She's not bad, she's just not Rebecca Romaine.
Great.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, sorry.
Also not her.
What the hell?
Does your
Apparently-
spell-
Apparently Jennifer
What
Lawrence
the hell?
stopped doing those movies because she couldn't stand being in the makeup. Like the process of going through
I
it.
couldn't stand her in the makeup either, so
So she was just like, so that's why like her
Oh.
death was. That's why her death was so abrupt. Apparently, in the most recent one, she's like, just fucking kill me. I'm done. I'm
That's
fucking
what
done.
we're all
Like,
are saying. Just kill her. She's done.
I mean, yeah. Even from a story standpoint, that was probably the right call too. Anyway.
Alright.
So back
Where were
in
we?
That actress?
back in real time.
What's your duration on that spell?
Oh, she's not a bad
1 hour.
actress. Just
1
the
hour?
X-Men movies specifically were bad. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, it was just the movies, honestly. So.
she's a good actress in a shitty movie. Anyway.
if you guys want to keep discussing this, I could use
Alright.
some more water.
The first Google question
Sounds like yes.
when
I'll
you
be right
Google
back.
Jennifer Lawrence is what is Jennifer Lawrence's IQ?
Why? Who
Christ.
cares?
113.
87.
What?
180.
180?
It's like
That's a
Einstein.
one-sentence answer. Her IQ
Bullshit.
is probably 180.
No! No!
Bullshit.
No, it's not 180.
There's
Are
no
you kidding
fucking
me?
way.
Have you
There's
seen her
no
talk to a
way.
normal
Brad
human?
Pitt's is 126.
Oh my god, there's maybe Brad Pitt's 126. I'm 123.
Albert Einstein had an IQ of
124?
about
Whatever it is.
160 these days. So I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah.
Bill Gates is 160. But hers is 180.
No! Oh my god, that is hilarious. It's just her on Google, like changing it. She's like,
That's a high
Just-
IQ move, though. That's a
Yeah.
180 IQ move.
It is.
That's how she does it.
God,
Yeah,
I
I do
hate,
pointless to change
I
every year.
hate America. I don't know if I've said this enough to you guys. I hate it.
You don't like it, you can leave.
I don't like it. I want to leave.
so anyway, I turn into Jennifer Lawrence. Is that what I'm doing? Sorry, bro.
Ugh. All right.
But, oh, you want me to finish?
Steve is peeing? Getting water out of the toilet? What are you doing? Okay. He went to the bathroom when he said he needed to get water, so I was scared.
You don't drink.
There
This must be
is
like a weird thing, from just personal thing. Does anybody else think water out of the fucking the bathroom sink is disgusting?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was just, as long as it's not just me.
Well,
I'll
I don't
drink
know.
it, but I
Our
don't
house-
like it.
our house, like in Iowa City, actually, or North Liberty, actually has really good water. So I don't know if there's like multiple filtrations and shit, but like the water's amazing. If you go to a restaurant who doesn't do anything to their water, it's trash, absolute trash.
So then
Our water's okay.
next time you're home, or you're both home, get a cup from the bathroom sink and one from the kitchen sink. Both take a drink and tell me if you can tell the difference.
There is a difference,
Yeah.
but
The
I
lingering
don't
poop
mind
smell.
it.
I think I've told you guys this before. Every
In our
sink
house,
in our entire house, actually, every sink in every house and apartment we've had since we were 16
And drink some
years
toilet
old,
water.
there are no fucking screens
Aerator.
in any of the fucking
Pardon?
faucets. If Travis used to take them all to make fucking.
Oh my god.
It's called an aerator.
I mean, I've lived in. So before we moved to North Liberty, I would not drink tap water. I would literally go buy bottled water, like I would go buy the big jugs of water and get the little taps on them. Like I just would not do it. So it was shit ass water. But now that we moved to North Liberty and like whatever fucking thing, the magical thing they did with the water, it's good. So I can actually drink it. But yeah, no, I feel you. Like tap water is it's a scarce source, bro.
Oh, where you're at, they added a bunch of what is it? Fluoride.
Fluoride.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
4 times the amount that was qualified for, but they just did it anyway.
So that's why I've only had one cavity.
That's why you're happy and docile, more so than you should be.
Don't throw. All right, I'm gonna get mad.
Conspiracies.
Yep, I'm gonna get mad.
Uh-huh.
I'll throw these conspiracies at me. I've been doing it my whole life. All right,
One out of
cool.
10 dentists say to go fuck yourself. Moving on.
All right, where are we at in the story here? You guys are talking about
I
Lauren?
don't know. Everyone has cavities.
No.
Jennifer Lawrence sucks.
Jennifer Lawrence sucks.
First it's
The
flat.
Mystique thing was cool for like half of the first movie.
2
maybe a fourth.
seconds. And like she was a baby, and I liked her when she was a child more than she was an adult. I don't know.
Nice boobs.
Different eye colors are sexy if the woman has nice hair.
Heterochromia is great, good.
I think this next gift can best describe my feelings.
I'm really proud. You are
Sorry.
perfect to work with. That's fantastic. I'm really proud of this whole conversation.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I can't believe you knew the name off the top of your head for the different eye color thing. That is fucking amazing to me. You're like,
that I'm actually smart. That a woman's actually. I'm just kidding. I'm not
no,
gonna,
I just,
I'm not gonna do that.
you know, like that the weird fact thing that, you know, how he
Yeah.
knows all this shit that there's like, how do you know it thing.
Well, I told Steve earlier. What was it? Borat's? I can't even remember. There's a certain part of your brain that does the
Yeah, you
pre-speech.
can't even remember it.
Yeah, I can't even remember it. I was like, it's like yeah, they probably electroshocked the Borat's part of the brain because that's the pre-speech part. And then I text afterwards. I was like, I'm not smart. We just learned about it in class. I was like, don't think that's just like some random knowledge that I know. Like, no.
So, I mean,
Tibula? Oh yeah, I did.
she learned in anatomy. But,
Tibula and fibula. Tibia and fibula. They're too close.
Alright.
They want you to fuck
So
up. It's their own fault.
I have a Genasi silk like overshirt thing that I wear as part of my like clothes. It just like counts as clothes, like common adventuring gear. I want to enchant that. That's what I'm gonna like give him.
what are you trying to do with that?
Well, I want less hurt when things try to hurt me. With that on.
Alright, well, that's something we can probably do. I mean, that's an easy one. I can probably make it just a little bit thicker. Pretty simple enchantment. However, you know I like you guys. You know I do. But it's a little bit more than just making it happen. I need the ingredients or I need the money to get them.
Well, I got some money, but be gentle on welfare.
That's a simple one. Again, we'll do the same deal as last time. You leave it here, I'll get the ingredients, and I'll get it done for you. Okay, this one's an easy one. It's only going to take about 50 gold to get what I need for this.
Alright, fair enough. Be careful with that. Your mom made it. I take
know.
off like the
No problem at all, man.
give it to him.
That's real simple. That's a real simple one. Anybody else need anything while you're here?
I got a question for you, Lauren.
Go ahead.
Do you make an enchanted item better? Like just improve an enchantment?
It depends on who put the first one on there. If it's a simple one, maybe I can make it a little better. If it's something that you found, maybe somewhere, I don't know, like some of the shit you've shown me so far, probably not. But what you got in mind?
Super complicated. I got this ring of fire elemental. Could you possibly make it work more than once?
That's a goddamn good question. You got it handy? Can I take a look at it?
Yeah, I got it on me. Here, you can take a gander right here.
All right, let me see here. He takes it and kind of he pulls out one of those little spyglass things that jewelers use, and he looks at it closely, kind of rolling it around his hands. I think that's something I can probably do. Not quite that easy though. We need a couple of things. It'd probably be a little bit harder to find.
Yeah, it sounded like kind of a complicated procedure. What range you been thinking on something like that, perhaps?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, money-wise, it's going to be hard. You're probably looking at about $750. But if you can find the items, it's going to be a little easier. First of all, you need a little bone dust. That shouldn't be too hard to find.
All right, ain't too bad.
But the big one here, you need some kind of fire. All right, you need to bring me some kind of element. I need a little bit of fire. So
Pretty sure I got some bone dust.
Yeah, Chet has bone dust.
Yeah, you're already well on your way then.
You know, before you get started on that, we should take him to the pub and get him a drink for keeping all of our stuff.
When he looks back over there, when
Oh,
I
yeah.
mentioned the bone dust, by the way, I'm in my normal form. If that startles him or anything, it's like the gork is gone. I've like assumed my normal form. It's like switching
Jesus.
back and forth now.
Switch back.
Yeah.
Whoa! Yeah, Firehead. I knew he's around here somewhere. I didn't know which one of y'all was him, but I remember you. You a shiny motherfucker. All right. Now, I'll tell you what. That's the type of fire I'm talking about. You are pure fire. You find a way to get that essence into something, I'll add another couple charges on that ring of yours.
All right, so fire essence, and we already got the bone dust. All right. Well, we'll keep that in mind. That seems doable.
And cast a fireball into it. I don't know. That's a lot of fire essence.
Man, I don't know how to contain it. I'll tell you that.
That'd be a big explosion, unfortunately. Anyway, so now that the ruse is gone, I can show you this would make more sense. I take out Wizard Spike, and it's just like, this is a cursed dagger. It really helps me do stuff. I don't know how it's cursed, but I like it. So I like hand it over to him.
Like that before. That's a powerful knife.
Yeah, it's already pretty potent. I don't know what you could really do to it.
Where'd you find that?
We found it at what could only be assumed to be a sacrificial altar in the middle of the woods. In some ancient ruins. They look to be... Ah, shit. Can I recall my memory?
Yeah.
I believe that...
No.
I look over. Thyla, what exactly were those guys again?
I want to say they were arachnids. Arachochrans?
Ericochrans. They were bird people.
Oh.
Now it's coming back.
Goddamn bird people up there. Well, I'm familiar with them, as you know.
Hey. Sorry, DM. Is he scared when I say that?
No.
He knows?
Well, I mean, he's not scared of you saying that. He didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I'm invisible. Sorry.
I don't know if the dagger itself is
You're
Ericochrans in
invisible.
origin, but
So,
it's pretty nice.
yes, he's taken off guard by the fact that an invisible voice just said that. Now, who's that over there? Somebody just felt the need to make their presence known, so why don't you make your
Lauren.
presence known?
Lauren, I don't know if you remember me, but remember that bracelet? That was me that came to you. And it was me that had the friends from
You were
Alabama.
pretty one, weren't you?
Of course. Lauren, thank you so
That
much.
tall girl, yeah. All right, I remember you. Now, I'll
So-
tell you what.
I've had some
Make
trouble in
yourself,
town, Lauren.
seen to me, because that's my favorite part of you, is when I look at you.
So I've had some trouble in town, Lauren. So I would like to remain unseen, just so I don't waste my friend's capable powers.
Traveling time is something I unfortunately know quite a bit about. So I'll tell you what. Era Cochran, them bird people. Yeah, I know a little bit about them. They used to like to sacrifice the animals, and they'd do so until they decided that for some reason they were then protectors of the forest. I don't know what caused a change of heart, but here we are. Now they think that they're some holier than thou protectors of the goddamn woods. And if you go through there, you know they'll harass you a little bit. But
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
we actually took one
yeah,
prisoner.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, I heard that up there, Draylen had one of them inside. I assumed y'all had something to do with it, but the real thing about the knives that they used to use is they were spellcaster knives. Have you tried to cast spells with it? Have you done that yet?
Yeah, it's currently my my weapon of choice for casting. Actually, I was supposed to be using my ancestral family staff, but honestly, this the power is too alluring that I feel from this, so I've just been opting to use it to great effect.
That's kind of interesting. Kind of take a look at the knife a little closer.
Go ahead, and I kind of like flip it to where like I'm holding the blade part, and like the hilt is like facing him, you know, like the handle. Like,
He grabs it out of your hand and he says, "Oh, look at that. That's kind of what I thought. You know, this is just a rock. It's a crystal right here. That's how everything is focused through here. Let me see your staff. That family staff you got.
all right, I hand over the staff.
Same thing here. See up here, you got this stone up here. This ain't much more than that. This staff, it channels everything you do through that stone up there. Same thing with the knife. You want your staff to be just as good as this? You take that stone out, you put this knife stone in there. That's all you got to do. Simple as that.
Is there a way to harness both of them?
And that is the question, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what.
Do you have the ability to fuse magical items?
I could try. That stone in your staff, what you know about it?
Only that it was handed down through the family. It seems like a built-in glow to it. I used it as a flashlight as a kid, yeah.
I see it. I see it glowing through there. But you don't know anything about the physical rock itself.
Honestly, I never messed with it.
I'm gonna tell you this.
You could extract it if you want, like.
I think I could. That's what I was just gonna say. I think I can take that out of there. Or I can try the same with a knife. But I'll tell you this. I don't think I could do it to the knife. I'm gonna tell you, I can try. If you want me to pull out the knife and put it in the staff, I can do that if you want me to try. But I can't guarantee it's not going to fuck up the knife in the process. But I believe I can take it out the staff and put it in the knife. So which one's more important to you?
Honestly, the staff has only sentimental value to me. As long as the staff would physically remain afterwards and I could use it, you know what I mean? Maybe as a walking stick or just a family heirloom.
You'd have a stick, but it'd be there.
Fantastic. Well, then I say, let's see what we can do to the knife.
I'll rock out here the staff and leave me the knife, and I'll see what I can do.
Alrighty. I will leave him both focus items. Spell focus items.
Alright. You can't cast spells.
I cannot, but that's fine. I have something else I can do. Spoilers, it's not much.
Hey, Lauren. What would 250 gold do for this +1 short bow I got here?
Let me see the bow here. Where'd you find this? This is a pretty good bow.
Yeah. I forget.
Well, I can't do much unless I know the origin of the goddamn bow.
Ah, shit. Okay.
You got a historian in the group or anything?
Oh, Morgan!
I could see.
Did you get it with the owlbear? Up with the griffins and stuff, right?
Yep.
Got it from the griffins. So who was attacking the griffins? The fuck. I don't have anything. All I have is short bow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's where I got it, Lauren.
You found another griffin now. Is that what I'm hearing here?
Motherfucking griffin egg! Sorry, I haven't yelled, so
I'll see what I can do with it if you want to leave it here with me. But again, like I said last time, with the ring and the bracelet, I don't know. We got lucky a couple times, but I don't know I can do nothing with
Like I
it.
said, I got 250 gold for you, and I can leave that with you.
I mean, y'all can leave. There ain't no price on leaving them with me.
Nope.
I ain't gonna do nothing unless y'all want it done. So you want to leave that here with me? I'll tell you what I can do to it. Y'all good people. Like I said up there 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, however the hell long ago it was. You're good people. I trust you. We're gonna get it done together.
Well, take this as prepayment then. Do what you can.
What'll do?
Alright, meta real fast. I probably got about 15, 20 minutes tops. And also, does anybody know what party time is? Or does?
Party time.
Party time. What?
Yeah, go to Roll20. I just saw this randomly, and go to the little thing where it says your character's connection to a Discord channel is currently active, and like put your cursor right above the word active.
Where does it say that?
Yeah, what?
So like on Roll20, you know it has a little message at the top of your character sheet that tells you that it's connected to a Discord channel?
Mine's at the bottom, but yes.
On Roll20?
No,
Yeah.
D&D Beyond, right?
Or, I'm sorry, D&D Beyond, yeah. Or like where it says quarantine resources, put your cursor on that and then just slowly slide it till it's like towards the end. There's an invisible button that comes up with like a color flashing wizard or some shit that says click this to enable party time.
Wait, on quarantine, you have to click quarantine resources?
No, it's like a hidden button on the thing.
Slide
Oh,
it
yeah,
out.
what? What is that?
Nothing's happening when I'm clicking it, but
It's party time. Click to disable.
Okay, I clicked
So he's
it.
just chilling up there for me now. Dancing.
What is?
oh, you're right. I guess it just stays if it's all right.
Hey,
Well, it's party time officially on Roll20. So
there you go.
By the way, I since we're in between right now, I did some research. I can still cast some cantrips without my focus.
Hang on.
I just can't cast anything beyond a cantrip. Thankfully, I got some pretty good cantrips, so let's see what happens.
It makes the navigation menu colors flash when you hover over them.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
it does, what?
Trying to get on her stupid Mac.
I needed the party time. Oh my god! Oh, they were talking about they send out emails and they're like, find the Easter eggs. There's a shit ton of Easter eggs they've placed out on D&D Beyond. So that's kind of cool.
That's what that
We found
is.
one.
party time.
Yeah, you did it. You
I mean,
found
I
one.
suppose that's probably worth 250 XP, finding that Easter egg.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
250! Let's go. What would be cool? Steve, you should put it... Don't yell.
What is yelling?
I'm yelling. It's fine. You should put that on Reddit.
Said
I
250
promise you people have found
XP.
out before we did.
No, I mean like, hey, we used your Easter egg to add XP. Blah. Jizz. That kind of stuff.
I mean, I was going to give you guys that 250 anyway.
Was that a coming vampire that you just did?
Bleh, ooh.
Jizz, yeah.
Here's the towel. Clean yourself up. There's money on the dresser.
I'm just thinking about, does he say bleh and like the act of coming? So like, bleh.
Bleh.
1,
Just how we
2,
congratulate
3
both.
pumps of cum. It's really disgusting. Sorry.
Just trying to clean himself up.
I'm
Can't see
just-
himself in the mirror.
he's
Like,
just
I
trying-
can't see the jizz. It's somewhere down there. I
Oh,
can't see in the mirror.
I'm just trying. I'm just trying.
I don't know why it reminds me of. Fucking
I support that pun. All right. Anyway,
It's not supposed to be out in the sunlight.
I'm crying again.
okay, you guys left a bunch of shit with him again. What now?
We can call it, because somebody has to go to bed. See.
Get him in, get him in.
1, 2.
We're doing pretty good now. We're deciphering stuff, and then stuff will be decisive. Next session.
Okay,
But I
so
want
I
to
do
go
want to
murder.
ask you guys something.
Let's go
I know,
murder.
and that's what I want to ask you because I feel like open dialogue is super important. Are you guys okay with like a town couple of session, or do you guys want to get out of here and fucking bash some skulls?
No, I like towns.
So
Towns
What
are
I
good to
have-
set stuff up as long as there's good fighting afterwards. But yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
if you guys are cool with it, I mean, the entire point of this is for everybody to have fun. So if you guys are getting bored with the town, I'll get you out of the town.
See,
but-
you're talking to people who do town sessions multiple times just to like grind out
So,
stuff.
Also, I'll also sorry.
Well,
in
you're just
meta-
doing this once, right?
You know, like going to restaurants and getting food and stuff in game, like it seems kind of mundane, but you can actually get like stat buffs or like other cool stuff.
Well,
that can
even just
happen.
information. That's what I was saying. Like, hey, we can go to the bar and like see what's going on in the town. You know, like there's
I
shit
have
in there.
spent
Well, it's also
a
easy
lot
to
of
break
time on
that
this
out.
city, so there's a lot to unpack here. But if it's boring, then we don't have to do it. I mean, if you guys would rather fight, that's perfectly fine too. But there's a lot here, so it's up to you.
We can do like town stuff, fighting, you know, like because there's going to be stuff to fight in the town. I
Right.
imagine.
I mean,
or, like, that's an option.
it's not like you guys are only talking for the next 4 weeks. But if it's more fun to be out there adventuring in the wilderness, then we can do that. But just keep it in mind, and we'll do the next session the way I have it planned. But if you guys get bored, don't be afraid to let me know. Like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here.
Does anyone see
I'm
that?
sure this group will let you just.
Yeah, I was like, does anyone find this boring? Like, I thought it was cool, but
Having fun.
like, obviously, yeah, it's a different thing for everyone. So, just yeah. Any
We're getting lore and advancing the story. I think, yeah, it's good. It seems like we have a lot of stuff to. Like we're at kind of a crossroads of a bunch of different things we've been doing.
That is
So.
exactly the point of why you're here.
yeah.
So
It's like the part where you get to the big open grass field in Final Fantasy X, and you get the ship, and you can fly everywhere now.
Yep.
But there's so much more to know. At least that's how I feel.
Well, one of these days, I'm gonna not be tired as fuck. Actually,
I keep saying that to myself too. The only reason I can make it through these sessions is because I buy an energy drink on the way home.
10 minutes after we started, the oxy I took kicked in, and this has been the best D&D session I've ever had in my entire fucking life.
I've cried 3 times, so yeah, same here. It's been great.
do a Saturday session. I can have a few seltzers and.
That would be cool if we switched
Yeah, we
to
can-
Saturday.
So fucking tough to get Saturdays going. Like it's
Can we
it's
do
tough for
this
me right
Saturday?
now. No, we can't because I'm going to be here helping my mom with getting ready to fucking move. So
There's no way. We could do it next year too.
I would love to do a fucking late night Saturday session, but like I've been trying to do one for like 3 weeks and it just hasn't worked. So
Well, I'm flexible, so don't sweat it. You know what I mean? It'll come up eventually.
My.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I probably won't be available. during the week, especially with the holidays coming up. But
are you alright? You good? You're alright?
It was just so good. I'm flexible, so it'll come up eventually.
The vampire said. Becoming vampire.
Ah, I'm flexible, so it will come up eventually. Like what? I'm down to play a little bit of Jackbox if you guys want to, but
Ooh, me
then I have to
too.
go to bed.
Yes, me too. Me
It's a pretty
too.
fun game, yeah.
Oh my
and
god. I want to
Making
play
them-
too. If you guys are cool, I'm cool.
Hey.
Like I'm fine. I'm calm. Everything's
sorry,
great.
My mic has been muted this entire fucking time.
Wow, Rygar.
I said, yeah, that's cool.
Really?
I'm working from home tomorrow anyway, so I can stay up a little later.
Crazy, I didn't even notice. No, I'm
Fuck
just
you.
kidding.
I've been waiting
I did.
for you to make a statement this whole time, but
We'll
it's
play
fine.
Jackbox Seven.
I really did miss this. This is really, really nice.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, I'm
drug
glad you're not dead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, man.
Everything he says is so sentimental. Stop being it. Yeah, stop doing it. You're doing the thing. I hate it. All right, what's the Jackbox code?
We're done completely then?
Yep, we're done. Everything's great.
Steve.
Yeah, good.
Yo,
Let me stop
Steven?
the stream.
I'm lagging, but I'm trying to keep up. What's up?
Excellent work.
Yeah, really good.
Thank you.
Amazing.